Hello and welcome to Patches and Podcast. My name is Dom and I'm here with Hugh.
Hi.
And I'm here with Hamish.
Hello. Why did you introduce him first?
Well, because I just looked at him and I just couldn't take my eyes off him.
Saving the
It's
best
just
for
weird
last.
because he's wearing like headphones this time and he can hear us very clearly.
I know.
We've been spending like the last half an hour just burping and making noises.
I was going to scream into the microphone, but then I realised people aren't going to be listening to this part. So.
These are so disgusting.
Look in a mirror here.
Disgusting.
I can hear myself as well. Like I'm like, oh,
Is that what I sound like?
god damn.
It's horrible. So we've had a bit of a hiatus. I think just like life has just got in the way for a lot of us. I know myself, like I'm sort of jumping between two places and starting a new position in work, which I got to do 24 hours of before they went, nah, we're just going to put you working from home. Like the people were scared of your face. I was like, alright, okay, I understand that.
I was going to say that.
I can see you, what are you going to fucking say it?
Wait, Hugh. Wait for this.
He's not got a customer facing.
Face for radio. Face for podcast.
Face for podcasting. But what you guys been up to? I'll go to Hamish first since I gave him I put him in the second announcement there, so
Never just getting mixed up. I wasn't ready.
So was he looking in the mirror?
I'll tell you what Hamish was doing, right?
What was he doing, mate?
He was petting dogs
Mm-hmm.
and drinking whiskey.
You say that like it's a bad thing. That's
At least he wasn't
life.
petting whiskey and drinking dogs.
Do you know why I had to tell you? Because he was going to take about 4 hours to tell you.
I mean, I have. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing actually. Yeah.
What's Hugh been doing, Hamish?
Just fuck home, usual.
And
Ignoring
he'd be
his
right.
phone and.
Well, there we go. That actually we finished off that quite quickly. Bye, everyone.
We should always do that. It's way more efficient.
The worst podcast. Like, what are you doing? Nothing.
Fuck
home. My work's been mental. Like, I've had to just people being off and stuff like that.
Mhm.
It's honestly, I was saying this to the manager the other day. It's like there's that much stuff happening. It'd be like in a TV show. You know, you watch a TV show and all these things happen, and you're like, there's no way all of these things would happen one after another. That's honestly how fucking bad it is. Like,
Yeah.
you get people off, then they get COVID, and then they get all these things, and then someone, like one of the lassies that works up the stairs in the salon, hurt her back, so she had to be off, and then the manager up there was off, and then the day before she was meant to come back, she was in a car crash, and it's just only like it's literally just one thing after another.
Not one person said, like, you know, can this get any worse? Because then that generally jinxes everything, makes it worse.
I love that. There's a lot of big excuses flying about Hamish's work. Like, I was going to come back tomorrow, but I crashed my car.
No, I ended up in Paris for some reason.
I
You know,
know,
so.
like,
Couldn't bear it, just swerved into oncoming traffic.
I would come in.
Close my eyes.
I would come in and hang out with you, but like in work. But no, I just crashed my car into a wall thinking about it.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, Hamish. Is that your friend as well?
Yeah, she's alright. Yeah, she's nice. Yeah.
Look, I'm being political because it's being
Hamish
recorded.
is
No,
like,
no,
she's
okay, fine. No, she's the hottest lassie in there, and so I was a wee bit worried when I heard that she was in a car accident in case she looked bad.
Wow.
The best looking
I'm
lassie
going
in
to
there.
clip that. I'm putting that straight on.
That's
the
a compliment.
Yeah.
I love how you say it, like why does no one realise that I'm complimenting them when I say things like that?
It is. I mean, just depends on perspective, Hugh. Just the way you look at things.
Mhm.
It's a compliment. Yeah. So basically, when I'm getting free time, I had a birthday.
Hey, happy
so
birthday.
wise.
He's been sitting on that one like for the last like couple of weeks. He's like, wait till he asks that. Wait till it.
Do you know, he wouldn't hang out with me on his birthday. I kept texting him, what are we doing on your birthday? And he's like, nothing, mate. Nothing. And then he's like, oh, we're going out, bye.
That's not really what happened. I wasn't planning on doing it because I was working the next day after my birthday. Surprise, surprise. And like I get like a free holiday for my birthday, but that wasn't until a few weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
So my plan was to do something then.
Benefit then.
Okay, it was just because I forgot to do like, can I tell him, like, because the rota was already done, and I was like,
Yeah.
fuck it, it doesn't matter when I get it as long as I get a free day.
He makes so many excuses for the man. Hamish.
The man. But
Looking
so
for the
on my
man.
actual birthday, like, it ended up Raymond messaged me, and he was going to meet his girlfriend, his fiancée Sinead, because she was going to a dentist and she's afraid of the dentist.
Oh, bless.
So we met up and got a couple of drinks first, and then this old guy that we used to drink with, he was in the pub and he saw Sinead, and because she was working. That sounds like
Working at the bar.
I'm trying to keep up with this story. There's a lot of twists and turns.
Sorry,
So that when Sinead used to work at the bar, yeah.
Old guy, right, that should have recognised Sinead, didn't. He was confused. He didn't know how to get to the pub that he goes to all the time because he's old, right? 70s or something like that. So Raymond and I walked him along because the guy's like girlfriend works in the bar, just to be like, by the way, he's losing it. to put it simply,
he's fucked.
He's not even drunk and he's forgetting shit.
Fucking hell.
So we walked him along, had a couple of drinks in there, and then we walked Sinead to the dentist. So I was basically just taking care of people on my birthday anyway, so you didn't miss much.
But who was going to take care of him?
No, he's Hamish the Martyr, we call him.
Ah, right.
Yep.
You take care of everyone, except me.
That's the only reason that I brought up a story, just to sound like, I'm such a nice guy taking care of everybody.
On my birthday, I was like
Hamish, I can see those holes in your hands, in your feet.
Do you know what'd be so funny? People were listening, go, what a nice guy. They don't know him for real. Like, they don't know Hamish like we know him.
I mean, I did just say I wanted a lassie not to be in a car crash so that she's still hot. So
yeah, so
I think they get it. They get an idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you know what? I will, when I'm editing this tomorrow, and by the way, I will edit this tomorrow. I will.
Hamish, put that gun down.
I will probably think about cutting that bit out. Like, I'll be like, is he wanting this in here? Like, this could ruin.
He's a sober mind tonight, which is very, very rare.
Strange.
So
just like 2 energy drinks and leftover residual alcohol. Maybe it stirred it up. Maybe that's what it is.
We just created like a Red Bull and Coke. Red Bull and Coke. Red Bull. Well,
that's a different kind of
slip of the tongue.
I did have a drink last night. This is like my first 2 days off in a long time. So
yeah,
I was like, yesterday was my Saturday.
You just by yourself?
Yeah.
I
fucking said in the group chat, pub question mark.
Yeah, you did.
Good question.
Nobody answered.
Like we're not in your pub like circle. We don't just answer to pub question mark. We may answer to Halo question mark.
Yeah.
Well, how is that any better from like let's all sit in separate rooms and drink and play Halo?
Because it's better.
I was doing the exact same thing. I just wasn't playing Halo last night.
Oh, sounds terrible.
So yeah, that's basically what I've been up to anyway.
Yeah,
I'm playing Halo.
I'm playing Halo.
Yeah, bit of Halo. Yeah.
What about you?
Badly,
Hugh?
very badly.
What about you, Hugh? What have you been up to, mate?
Playing Halo.
Slightly better than me.
Buying games.
Going to wedding venues because I'm going to get married.
To who?
What's the guy's name?
Oh. He was just like, I'm best man of that, so sorry.
Why is it funny?
Because you're not going out with a man, you're going out with a woman.
These are both groomsmen.
Subverting.
Yeah, that's funny.
But I'm like a higher.
But it's for the audience, dude.
I caught my brother is also getting married around the same time, and I thought I was just his best man, but turns out I'm co-best man, and we all know that's not the same.
No,
that's not the same, right? So you are all co-best men.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But I'm the best co-best man.
Oh man, it's going to take forever to get through all these speeches of all the stories. I see you that one time.
I'm so terrified, man. Like,
I'm just going to get clips of all the best bits of our podcast and just play it so I can get drunk and I wouldn't need to actually talk.
That's true. We were talking about your server of photos, which sounds awful, but like you're the only person that like kept all of the photos for years and years and years.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like, I do like taking photos, partly because I feel like one day you might not be able to see people that you no one's had, and also because I get really drunk, I don't remember anything. So.
I get that now when I'm trying to remember what we used to do, and I'm like, I wish I had those photos, and then I'm like, Hamish has probably got those photos.
Yeah, you don't want to see them.
Do you say that you were nervous then when you're looking at the venues? Is it because it's feeling like it's a real?
Nah, I'm not nervous at all.
He was looking at price tag.
That's what that would make me nervous.
And me and Sinead, I'm so lucky, man, because she is so not interested in having like a giant, super expensive wedding.
She wants it simple.
She wants a very simple, small wedding with a cracking party afterwards. And I'm like, God, this is why I'm marrying you.
That's the only reason.
That's it.
Also, the organisational skills that you can just sit back and do nothing, and she'll have that shit.
Yeah, I'm described as my carer on more than one occasion.
So you can get in the cinema for half price.
Something like today, right, I was walking around and I was like, see, tomorrow I'm going to do this, and she just looked at me like with this anger. And I was like, what have I done now? And she's like, we just literally spoke about what we're doing tomorrow. We're going somewhere. And I was like, I didn't stick.
Like,
in 1 year and out some of the orifice.
She's well going to punch me in the face.
Sometimes that just happens. I get that feeling most of the time as well. Like, you just in a conversation with a significant other and they'll say something, you're like, and you like, and then you repeat it back and you're like, that's what you said, right? They're like, no. And they're like,
no, that's what I wanted to hear.
Oh, alright, okay. I guess what?
Spend all your money on games.
Yeah.
There.
Yes. What's that sandwich you promised me?
See, the thing is that might actually be something that she said, but it's usually followed by "and see what fucking happens."
Oh yeah, we forget that bit.
The fun thing about organising the wedding, right, is she gets to do all the actual organising, right? So like flowers and stuff like that. But I get to suggest fun things like the music, the. We don't want a wedding cake. We were thinking about getting just a big giant pile of really nice donuts.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah,
do you know the
gourmet
place in
donut
Glasgow
things,
that does like it's called Tantrum Donuts? Shout out.
Oh, Tantrum Donuts. I've heard of them. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I've been a few times and they make like really nice.
Jason's
like,
going to get drunk and go, "Hey guys, tantrum," and then flip the table. You know.
he's gonna hit Dom in the face. With
I was just about to say I'm getting Battenberg in the face again. I was horrible at Ross and Danny's, but when he just cracked me in the face.
The funniest thing about that story is you were being the nice guy there. You were taking Hamish across the road.
yeah.
Because Hamish was out. He was fucking.
Hamish was
And I'm on my
literally,
back, right?
he was literally like 55 degrees,
Yeah.
like
Aye.
separation. Like, you alright? And you're like, no, I just can't.
His back was so sore,
Yeah.
but he would not quit.
I don't even
quite
know if
tricky.
it actually was. I was probably just couldn't feel it with all the alcohol.
It's because we were wearing kilts, right? And kilts put a lot of pressure on the bottom of your back because they're quite heavy, and everyone else took theirs off at that point and put other clothes on.
No, I kept my. Oh, no.
Thick suit.
Well,
I
I got
kept-
changed. Ross got changed.
No, I kept mine on.
Jason
got changed like after the
but
ceremony. That was
he
hilarious.
never wore a kilt. He just kept changing into casual clothes, different casual clothes,
different t-shirts.
I know, because he just kept sweating like a gorilla through it.
He'd just been at Primark recently and he wanted to show off.
Yeah,
Right?
fashion.
His new
It
summer
did
outfits.
feel like every couple of hours, didn't it? Though.
I
could buy a
did.
new
He could
t-shirt.
change every picture. He's got a different t-shirt on.
Anyway, sorry.
well,
I got attacked with a Battenberg. Yeah.
You took Hamish across to put him back in his accommodation.
Yeah.
And you were walking across the road, and Jason just fucking assaulted you with cake in the face.
He thought it was the funniest thing. I was like, why? He's like,
You don't need to ask questions, man. You
And then-
just know.
And he
Yeah.
came with the almighty line of "There's plenty of pigs in the sea," and I was like, "What?"
We should stick that story straight up onto our Instagram. So, like, 5 minutes.
No, you should just play it at his wedding.
I'm going to. Don't worry.
But yeah, like, see, when it comes to like organisation and stuff, like that, Sinead's really good at that. She did that for like Japan and Disney World and stuff when we
Like-
were over there. And
There's a reason I'm not in a gutter. Like, honestly, like she does all my organising for me. She's got lists. Lists. She makes lists constantly.
see, the thing
It's
is, the only thing you
Schindler.
really need to concern about.
Like Schindler.
Moving on quickly.
I mean, the only thing you really need to concern is just to show up on time.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to show up on time.
Oh no, we're sorting that by we're staying there overnight the night before.
All right, okay.
Oh wait, no, we're not.
Oh man, you're playing fuck.
No, the things I'm organising is like, I think they know how you get wine on the table.
Yeah.
Instead of wine, they were like, "Oh, we could do jugs of cocktail," and it's my job to pick the cocktail.
Oh,
Nice. Is it going to be like the same cocktail, or is it going to be?
I think it is. They've not got like a cocktail bar. They're just saying we could do jugs for you.
I was going to say, because see if it's like a different like cocktail at each table.
Hamish is going around all the table.
I'm going around,
No, like
Sorry, co-best man coming round.
changing the wee name cards. Like, no, I'm
That's
sitting
not-
here the whole time.
we've not picked a place for it, but we looked at one place and we really like it, and we decided we weren't going to have tables like that. We were just going to have banquet tables.
All right,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
So like everybody just sits because
Thank God you said like banquet tables. I was thinking bouncy castles and stuff. Everyone have their own individuals everywhere. Keep their cocktails in there.
it's so good having like a limit on the people you can invite, because you just look at the people you don't want to go. You just go, sorry, I've got no room.
The banquet table is only so many seats. You know?
like you just
This bouncy castle can only fit like, you know, people and they shoes. No, sorry mate, not tonight.
sorry, Dad, you can't go. Kid on, like, he's definitely gone. I've been doing that. That's been actually pretty fun. Like, it's been weird, like weird step in your life.
Yeah.
But like nothing will change for us. We've been together 11 years, so
Yeah.
like, the only thing that will change is she'll get half my games if she leaves.
And she's not even going to take like, you know, half of the full game. She's going to snap every disc. And
Aye.
like, I'm taking this half
She'll take a saw and just cut straight down the middle of each game.
just to see you suffer.
Other than that, though, I've been playing games a lot of the time. Halo, and then some. God damn it! What's it called? Oh,
Beat Saber?
VR. I've been playing VR. Like I played. I bought
Farpoint?
a lot of VR games lately. I was playing Farpoint. Fucking don't play that game in the middle of the night if you're scared of spiders. I was playing Beat Saber. I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
Why-
I spent like £25 on
Why
song
does
packs.
it matter if it's in the middle of the night?
because it's even scarier. Maybe.
You can't see anything.
How about you take off
the fucking headset?
Like, do you know what got me as well? The PSVR is probably the worst VR system.
Because it was one of the early ones, you know.
Yeah.
So,
But if that's the worst,
How good is it gonna be?
I'm still want. I've asked you if I could use your Oculus
yeah,
to see if it's
you
good.
should try. I could have brought it actually, but I never thought. But
Like, see, when it comes to PlayStation VR, I think that was just like a good first experience of having VR, because I remember playing it through in like the St Enoch Centre in Glasgow when they had the open day for it, and I was blown away by it. But then obviously, like, you know, Oculus and then the Oculus Rift 2 now is like that's.
Remember they had to
and
power it
stuff
with
like that,
an original PS4,
Yeah.
so like they had to make some concessions.
Yeah.
Now that I know it's not in the news section of the podcast, but we know that PSVR 2 is coming, and the specs for that look fucking amazing. Even though it's got wires, which I'm not happy about.
One
but, like,
wire.
One wire. I know, but still a wire. I'm actually torn. Do I buy an Oculus Rift, or Oculus Quest 2, or do I wait for PSVR 2?
Well,
I mean,
I'm thinking
the Quest has been
I'll
out for a
probably
while.
buy
The
both.
Quest
I
has been
know.
out for a while, so you probably wait for Quest 3. Is probably going to be better.
Yeah,
and still
yeah.
wireless.
this is
like-
the thing with technology. You can wait.
Yeah, of course.
But like, I'm enjoying
the
playing Beat
unknown
Saber.
like cover band of Wet Wet Wet.
Like, it's just fun. Like, it's just a really fun thing to have.
Yeah, it's kind of the same with like reading and like loads of things that I go through. I don't do it for ages, and then I pick it up again. I'm like, why was I not doing this? You know,
Yeah.
and I've recently got into VR. Even like, I'm not embarrassed to say it, Dance Central.
Mate,
It's actually really fun.
that's what Beat Saber is. It's a dance game.
Yeah, true. Basically, yeah.
I was playing like some of that. I bought the Linkin Park pack.
Yeah, the add-on pack thing. Yeah,
Fucking hell, is that hard, man? Like,
Yeah, what
there's
album is it? Is it like
It's just a
mixer songs?
selection of their best songs. Obviously pre-2012, because after 2012, I think they kind of went downhill.
Is that
but-
Minutes to Midnight? I think after that album, I've kind of
yeah,
fell off.
Minutes to Midnight. I think it's the last one that's kind of on it, but some of the beats on it, I'm like, how the fuck am I meant to do this?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's patterns to it, but like,
yeah.
you have to
can
figure out
just
the pattern.
practice with that. Yeah,
But I had to turn off fail. Like, I had to turn off the fail.
I've
state.
always got that off because it's no fun getting. You know,
halfway through something.
Yeah.
But some of the songs in Beat Saber, like I think it's Giroslav something, the guy that is head of Beat Studios or whatever.
I don't know.
He's got some songs on it that are brilliant. Like some of the dance tunes. Really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You feel quite cool playing it, but then I've seen videos of me playing it and I'm like, I look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
You just hear the heavy breathing.
You close the curtains and close the door and stuff like that. You don't really want people watching you play VR.
Farpoint's good, right? But the movement annoys me. Because you can move forward and back and side to side.
You can strafe.
But like, I would rather, like, they want you to move left and right with your body, but I'd rather they let me do that with a stick as well to make it more precise.
Yeah.
Because the PSVR camera just always goes, oh, you're out of range.
yeah, you're not here. Yeah.
But Farpoint's really fun as well, man. Some of the graphics aren't the best, but like, you feel like you're there.
Yeah, I think with VR the immersion trumps the graphics anyway, because you feel like you're in there, and that's the whole point of it. So even with some of the games with worse graphics, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have nice graphics, but it can be forgiven
Yeah.
for the immersion that you get, you know.
Yeah.
The aim control is really good as well.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very responsive. I was surprised how much fun I had when I was playing Farpoint. Like, it's wild.
Why do
Like,
you say it like that?
Farpoint?
Farpoint.
Farpoint?
Farpoint.
It's Farpoint, not Farpoint.
Farpoint.
Not like far, comma, point. It's Farpoint. It's not Farpoint.
That sounds exactly. What?
No, it doesn't. It sounds different. Anyway, go ahead.
Right,
Listeners will know. It
Fart
sounds
point,
different.
there we are.
Right.
I've got
Here,
that.
say Farpoint.
Farpoint.
Tom.
Fartpoint.
See? Totally different.
No, I said Fartpoint.
Farpoint.
Farpoint.
I'm clipping this bit too. I've still got Iron Man VR, Rick and Morty, and the Vader game to go through. And I think those
Vader's
three,
fun.
Those
It's
three
just-
might be really good.
It's more of a narrative, but even like you get wee dojos and stuff like that you can do. It's quite fun.
I mean, it's made for like things like lightsaber battling in it.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
like, I remember when the Wii came out and everyone was like, "Oh, I can't wait to the lightsabers," and then we figured the Wii was shit. Like, we figured that out really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, if you are, like, I'll need to let you try the Oculus, because
It's a different class.
the tracking and stuff like that, it's and even just not having a wire
Yeah,
is brilliant. Like, I ended up buying a wire to plug it into the PC, but then they came out with the Airlink, so you can just do it wirelessly anyway.
Well, it's the only way I'm going to be able to play Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah.
Like, because it's never going to come up in PSVR.
No,
No.
of course not.
Unless Sony goes out and buys Valve, which who fucking
Who fucking knows?
I mean,
honestly.
you can plug your PSVR into the PC and play
Yeah.
it, but
PSVR.
Yeah. Into that.
it's just a monitor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it can be done.
Oh, trash though.
I
Yeah,
mean, it
well,
won't be as good.
I don't
Again,
think
you've still got cables and shit.
is that a 980 per eye or something like that? Or
The-
is it
the-
1080 per eye?
Yeah, it's not the greatest optimization for it. I tried using it years
2160
ago.
in the PSVR 2, so it's like 4K.
Yeah.
Which is
But OLED display as well, so it's much easier on your eyes too.
Aye. And you're not seeing that like PSVR's got this weird like
Blur.
texture. You can see like a texture in there, and you're always like, I can see that fucking texture on that screen.
on the top. Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's limited, and then, but I've been using that for exercise. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, like I don't like going outside, obviously.
Yeah. And how you feeling from that? You feel getting a proper workout from Beat? I was about to say Beatstar there.
I've been
Beat
using
Saber.
my activity tracker to track Beat Saber specifically because like that's the one you move the most in, and I played it for an hour and a half and burned like 700 calories or something like that. But you actually have to try and move.
Yeah.
I mean, you can stand there and just flick your wrists everywhere, but like,
You need to like
Duck
incorporate
and
the
dive and dodge.
and that's the hard thing about PSVR. The camera has to be perfect.
because if you move the wrong way and then
It's
you're
just like,
oh,
I
where are
can't see.
you?
And you're like, fuck you, camera.
Yeah.
Another
Again-
reason that the Oculus is really good for it. But
For the first gen, you can't really fault it. I'd
no,
say.
definitely, yeah.
Definitely not.
VR wouldn't be what it is now. Probably like there wouldn't be as many games out.
Yeah.
Because of the adopters from the early ones. Obviously,
Yeah,
Yeah, there wouldn't be any
so-
first parties. I mean, like you see when they do, like for Horizon as well, that's coming out like a wee tech demo for VR2 as well. So if like main companies are doing that as well, like you know, big AAA game ones.
I think and this is a dream, but I think Oculus and Xbox get together and do something.
I could see that. I could
Like,
see that.
Because
Maybe.
I don't know, but like it seems like it
Oculus is
fits.
Facebook in it.
So
Yeah.
Facebook, Microsoft get together and
There would probably need to be some other kind of shit along with it, like Facebook comes installed on every Xbox. You can't take it off or something like that. You know,
No,
I can
but,
imagine that's the kind of thing that they would be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, you can have this exclusive box.
I think it's for the first time, like it was reported this week, for the first time in God knows how long with Facebook. It's the
it's
losing
more.
yeah.
It's the new MySpace, mate. Like it's the worst.
It's always
It's
gonna
the
happen,
worst social media app that I've got on my phone. I delete it quite often. I only
Sorry, Twitter is.
no, like Twitter can be good though.
Yeah,
Twitter's got really good sides to it. It can create like a lot of like links to like different things, different interests. I think Facebook generally is just shit. Like they've never moved it on from where it was. Like they've added things that are just awful.
All
Plus
the
the
things that
Messenger's
they've-
terrible too.
all the things that they've added is to serve themselves, not the people.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
I think the marketplace is bad now. The Facebook pages are awful. Do you know what it is? It's old people. They ruined it.
Yep.
They turned it into fucking.
It's just adverts now. and,
Aye.
like ways of pushing an
Clickbait-
agenda and shit like that. Yeah.
Clickbait pages constantly.
Yeah.
So I only have it for sometimes going on the marketplace to see what's going on there, and then sometimes if someone's messaged me or something like that, I'll reinstall it to like check.
Well,
Or other times that I've seen Hugh is like anytime someone puts up something like positive and that, Hugh will be the first person that comes in and is like, no, you didn't.
like, go back to Twitter for that.
Right. So like even TikToks like that, like I come across some boy's TikTok and he was like so like pricky, and I just went like, you're a knob. Like I couldn't help myself. I was like, he's just a prick.
I mean, if he was an asshole, then he deserves it, you know. But
Aye,
just
true.
please stop commenting on my TikToks.
Mate, actually, talking about it, you've been putting up banger TikToks lately.
I just had like inspiration like last night, and I filmed like 3, and then like I realised this when I woke up this morning.
I'll
That
actually properly laughed out. when I was
Cortana
like,
one was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean,
Smash.
the thing with TikTok is you just, if you want to actually get noticed, and I'm not even really that fussed, it's more fun than anything, but it's nice to get views obviously, but it's just looking at the trends and then try to think of.
I tried to make the one. I think you tried to make it as well. Where I was the clip from Halo where I tried to slash the guy and the guy just like disappeared.
Yeah.
And we were going to put the Ultra Instinct music. I was like the violins like dun
Well, actually, I wasn't sure what music you were talking about because I don't know.
I was trying. I sent you.
Oh, did you? I was probably drunk.
Yeah. You were drunk back because I put on the Killer Instinct one instead.
I was so confused. Because I was like, is it not a Dragon Ball Z thing?
I couldn't get
I didn't even realise.
I couldn't get the clip to only play the music at that point.
Time, yeah.
I
don't think you can do that. I think
you
you
have to do it from outside the app.
Yeah.
And then end it.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's too much effort.
I know. I was like, my phone's like 4 years old. It's not.
You can start like songs later on, but it'll still be at the start of the clip and all that annoying shit.
Do you remember I was making Instagram reels and my phone was just like, this is like 4 pieces of media you want me to put together.
what are you doing?
Like my phone has got. I've still got a cracking camera. Like I took videos at I went to see Example. That's something else I did. I went to see Big E, as they call him.
Do they?
Big E?
No, they don't.
That's what I call them.
But it's got a great camera. That's the only reason I really keep it. And the fact I've got 31,000 memes on it.
Oh, man,
that's an archive, man. That'd be a time capsule.
Mate, I copied them onto my computer and it took an hour or something like that. Like, so they're all on my computer and I'm like, every now and again I go in
Treasure
and like,
trove of memes.
I just like start putting them into folders. Like, oh, there's pictures of that gig. Oh, it's 25 memes. Like, you need to be quick with the memes, to react.
Sometimes I see memes and I'm like, one day soon there's going to be a perfect like time for this.
Yeah.
But then you save it and then it's like 500 pictures
later,
up and you're like, fuck.
What was that meme again? I can't fucking remember. Oh.
Other than that, that's nothing. I went off on so many tangents.
We are tangents. But then you're just excited because you're like, it's been ages since we've all been in the same room as well. Because I mean, the last podcast we did, it was over Discord too. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
because Christmas time, man.
Yeah, we're all trying to be safe, and
just didn't like you. So I didn't know it was a safety thing.
All right,
didn't want you in my.
Do you know? It turns out you could have just got together anyway and had drinks.
Aye.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. Do you know what? Like, I'd have brought the cheese. Hamish would have brought the wine, and we'd have had.
I would have drank the wine.
Like in.
And just say it's a work event.
Just say it's a work.
It's a work event.
It could be a work event.
I just say that you guys ambushed me with cheese and alcohol.
Like it's the best ambush ever. Oh my god!
I was surprised.
So I wasn't expecting this. I've got the glasses ready, guys.
What have you been doing though?
With me,
not you. The guy we're talking about.
That's harsh, mate. But yeah, just getting ready to move to the big city.
The Big Apple.
The big apple. The big apple is Glasgow.
Well, it'd be the big pizza crunch or something like that, or the big fried Mars bar.
Oh, that Jason turned up at my house. My little brother Jason went out drinking to watch the Calcutta Cup, which Scotland won. By the way.
The big I heard that.
And I didn't know he was coming here, so I was getting ready to go to bed. And I just get his phone call, and I was like, "Oh, hey man, what's up?" And he's like, "I'm outside. I have a pizza crunch."
Did you not see him coming down his giant beanstalk or anything? No.
Did you not hear the 3-5-4 phones?
No, but I heard him come up the stairs of the close.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
He just was like slamming his feet down as hard as he could, and I was like, here he comes. It's like the cave troll in Lord of the Rings. Just busting through the door. Nah, he was fine. I had to drive him up the road. He was so fucked. Like,
so Dom, you're moving to Glasgow?
Yes.
Are we that bad? Do you need to get...
Oh no, it's because what?
We've never seen Dom again, man.
No, you've not seen me. I'm gone. I'm basically John Cena, this bitch, man.
You're gonna have to drive so far to do the podcast now because we're not.
Aye, of course we're not. Because like he was like, "How far away is it from the cinema you usually go to?" I'm like, "It's not that far." Still far enough. I don't really do that.
You didn't say not far away.
10 minutes? It's an extra 10 minutes if I drive.
Like, I'm just staying at yours then at that point.
Pull out the sofa. You can sleep in the dog bed with Paige. She will like that company.
Like, every Friday night is just booked out. We can't do anything.
Right.
Like, I'm just playing to Sinead, you're playing Angie, and
So Glasgow,
That's hard.
So Glasgow.
Yeah.
Do you know I didn't plan that? They're just gonna turn it that way.
I didn't plan this life either.
So it's just getting probably used to more like readjusting to it when I'm permanently through there as well, because stuff with work's just made it a bit more a nightmare. I'm jumping between two places again, but you forget, like, when you've been in a place for a long time, how much stuff you accumulate over the years.
Oh, 100%.
Like, when I was pulling everything out, I was like, fuck, I remember when I had this, or it's mostly like clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, look at all this. And I've thrown most of the stuff on eBay, which is good, and they've sold. Because like eBay can be funny, because like, you know yourself, you like you're going on eBay and buying stuff and forgetting that you bought stuff in that, or people do bids. So
I have 2 aim controllers now, by the way.
So like, and you know yourself with when you're on that selling mode, when someone puts a bid in, you get that rush. You're like, here they come. This is where all the money's coming in. I did that with like a lot of my Switch games, music stuff that I don't use anymore, like guitar amps and stuff. And
Dom's sailing the high seas now.
Oh right, okay.
Oh yeah, fuck Nintendo. That's
Didn't take me long to do it, and then you figured out how to do the rest when you went home, because like we were trying to get some games, and it was just taking a while.
Yeah.
And Dom was like, "No, figure it out."
I checked my Switch and it can't be done, unfortunately. But
see if you get a Switch Lite. Supposedly you can.
Switch Lite.
See, the thing is, like,
there is a way around it. There is, but there's a way to figure that out.
For Jason, he just went on eBay and bought one.
Yeah, I mean, see, I was going to do that, but it's honestly like I was looking at my all-owned games on Xbox, and there's over 600 games I've got now. That's just the ones that I've like bought, not Game Pass and all that. And if I'm not playing them, I'm not going to play more Nintendo games.
No, you need to pile the games up, Hamish.
Actually, you pile that shit high. But yeah, from experience with I've been playing some games that way. But there was a game that I got into, which I played a couple of years ago, a good few years ago actually, on an old tower PC. I enjoyed it for a couple of weeks, and then someone came in and basically just ruined it because we weren't playing the game correctly, in their words. And it kind of put me off of this game for a long time. And I was like, I had that negative experience with it. And I was like, I'm never going. I don't think I could go back to it.
So cryptic.
But Angie was Angie was a huge fan of it, and I was like, here, if like when I was moving everything up, I was like, well, take my Xbox One S the now and continue play it there, and like when I eventually move everything up, we can just move stuff around.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah. Packed so many hours into this, and I'm like,
just fucking.
So I'm building it up, building it up. So yeah, really getting into Minecraft.
Oh right, okay, right.
Yeah. So that was again, my experience that I had before it was really negative. I was playing with a bunch of my pals, and what do you do in Minecraft? You just mine, hang about,
build shit,
blow up shit with the TNT, and have a good time. One of the boys that was on it was very particular with like how he wanted things set up, and we're like, well, we're on this server to have a laugh. Didn't make it fun. Stop ruining things. And I can remember Robert was part of it, and he just ended up like filling the bottom part of his house with TNT. Just lit and just ran away and blew the whole thing up.
We've all felt like that at some point.
Yeah. So like I thought that was funny, and he took the strop with it and made everything miserable. But so I've been playing that. Like, I'll say off the pod. It was cute. So we were so like Andrew was playing that, and she had like a good.
You want to move back?
Microwave your mic a bit.
You're getting a bit close, so he can smell you.
Alright, sorry, that's my feet as well. So Angie was having a good time with that, because like she'd played it for like so she knew everything about it, how to build stuff quickly and where everything was, and I'm coming in going, I can't remember the last time I played it. I can remember how to make, I think, a crafting table, and that's it. But she's not played it in that long either, all these new updates that have come out. So this is like another experience for her. She's, oh my god, like you can do this now, and you can have the villagers do this. And I was like, wait, there's villagers? She's like, no, there's you've got to go and fight like a dragon. I'm like, you got to fight a what? What? This is what Minecraft is? She's like, fucking no playing it. I was like, I have no idea. So we were playing some of it last night. She's like, so what have you been doing? I'm like, oh, this is what I've been doing. I've discovered all these villages. This is how I get back to my base. And I was like, I've got this big, huge like block of trees that I've built like stupidly high. I went, so I know if I go there, I just keep heading north and I can get back to my base. And I went, alright. So there we go. You see me just try to go head north, and she's like, where is it then? I went, it's just down this way. Keep going. She's like, you're lost, aren't you? I was like, no, just keep going on. The sun's setting, all the wee creeper guys and that are coming out, and I'm like, fuck.
Typical man, like, I'm not lost, I'm exactly where I'm going.
And like, there's ways of playing the game. You can play it peaceful where you don't have to deal with like creepers or the wee village zombies and that after you and that, and you can just build to your heart's content. Or like, I haven't just had battle on, because I think it's a bit more intense when you get like the spooky things like the drowned that come after you. It's like zombies in the water that grab onto you. I'm like, that's. But then you look and you go, but the wee like the block people. Why do you feel like that? But the sound design I think's I was shocked by. I don't remember the sound quality being that good on Minecraft.
Remember the Microsoft owned as well. Is it
Mojang?
Mojang.
Yeah.
So like they've got straight cash.
Yeah. And the
So,
marketplace is
dollar
all there, and
bills.
it seems like it's like got a lot of like. It's like so many people are so creative on it. It's like insane, like what people build.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know yourself, like YouTube, you just write in Minecraft, and you'll hear these people like have like their own stories and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
Yodcast,
still
and,
massive, isn't it? You know?
yeah. And with all these updates that people put on, just makes it, you know, more enjoyable for folk. Like where you can tame a wolf, and it'll be like a dog for a pet, cats, birds. There's pandas I was giving bamboo to. I was like, what the fuck is this? It's just sitting there. It just sits down and starts eating. I'm like,
But Dom is like, this is my new favourite game.
yeah.
Fuck
So
Halo.
There is a lot
fuck
of
Halo.
it, to be
Aye.
fair.
But yeah, and it's one of these games that you can just chill out to. Like it's been a while since I've had a game that you can sit and just relax. Because most of the games that I have been playing have all been quite action orientated, quick movements, quick time events.
Yeah.
Not so much quick
You need
times.
to be really paying attention.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Like Halo, you need to be quite reactive with it.
Yeah,
Where in Minecraft, you just knock a couple of blocks down and
Yeah, it's very
eat some meat.
chilled. Yeah.
But then because of that, with the Switch and that, I downloaded a good few games that I've always wanted to play. Obviously the big one being Pokemon just coming out. But Smash Brothers had all their DLC characters, and because playing Minecraft, Steve was in it, so I was like, do you know what? I want to see, like, if I'd went in there with no idea who Steve was or anything like that, I'd think this character was shit. I'd been like, this is not very well done. This character just
It's
doesn't feel
lacking,
properly. But then since I've had a wee go of Minecraft and had a couple hours into that, I went, this is like
He's a character I would never have went as well.
Sakurai.
No.
Like, I give him, it's like, the meme of never ask for anything again, was just him just like sitting there.
Yeah, just doing everything.
Just doing everything. I don't think we should ever ask for anything again, because the way that he has like certain characters, like made, like Terry from Final Fight, Joker from Persona 5, Banjo-Kazooie, like they all have their own unique ways of playing.
Yeah.
Hamish, you right?
I was just thinking of that 10 out of 10 film.
Persona 5, the animation.
Yeah, let's go with that.
But obviously, like, in the last DLC character obviously being Sora, and him being
That-
very floaty.
How much is that been like the character everyone's went Sora? Like
Yeah.
for every announcement, like I think this
From-
is gonna be Sora.
I think
Then
from Brawl.
he's just trolled everyone like that. Last character. That's not gonna be Sora this time.
It can be,
fucking
yeah.
Sora.
It was from Brawl. That's been going like, Sora from Kingdom Hearts is going to show up. He's going to show up, and so that's like on the Wii. That was
yeah,
so
like
fucking hell.
like Smash Bros is weird. Like there's no game you can compare to Smash Bros in that way though. Like
No,
we on Minecraft a second ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, I've got every single achievement in Minecraft. And there's like 216 of them or something like that.
How?
But there's a lot of them. Because there's a server that you can go into,
Mhm.
and it's literally laid out for you. And there's like wee signs, and it's like achievement 1, make this thing here, and it gives you all the stuff, gives you everything. And there's things like even like killing the dragon and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Gives you like all the best armor, and you just go to the portal and it takes you straight to it, and you just shoot them like a couple of times, and
that's
that's
amazing.
so-
I'm just a
That's
sad
not
bastard.
an achievement at that point.
Yeah, it's-
That's actually pretty awesome. I didn't know that.
It took me it did take like a couple hours, few hours, because
right,
there's
yeah.
fucking hundreds of achievements.
Yeah, because
Alright,
again, it's like, from what I've seen, like can be, because you need to discover certain parts of like the system as well, like
Yeah.
the jungle and
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's like a tram thing that takes you to all the different biomes in the world and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, it was kind of fun to see all the stuff in it, because I'm never gonna put a lot of time into it, and I'm not a massive fan of Minecraft. Like, I've not even tried the VR one or anything like that.
No.
see, because it's in 4K. I thought that was ridiculous when someone's like, "Mike," I think when they did it at the
They
Xbox
also got
conference, it was
ray
like, I had ray tracing in 4K
it's
blocks. I was like,
fucking
I
waste of
don't.
time then.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really get this. But see, when you
You
look
see
at the
it,
structures that
it's meant to
people
look
do,
really nice,
and you're
yeah.
like, right, okay, now I get it. But I would highly suggest people jump back on it. Like, I'm thinking of even doing like streams on Mondays as well, just doing like me just dicking about Minecraft and seeing like what I can
Minecraft
do.
Monday.
Minecraft Monday, and try to deal with like animals and stuff like that, and like, because there was all this things like pigs like turnips and cats like, what do cats like again? Like, I think it's
Cat food.
what was I think it is fish. They need,
Mice.
but it's a certain fish you need to have,
Oh right.
but they will all follow you. It's the same, like that's how you get
Oh
them.
yeah, yeah. Aye.
Cows is it cows like
Because
hay
I'm sure
or-
there's like an achievement for getting 5 wolves to follow you at the same time or
Yeah.
something like that. Or
So there's good to be like this, like, and the community seems like it's a very positive community. Very much like
Wait, what?
it does feel
Gaming community that's positive.
it feels like it is. I don't know, like, if I've just avoided a lot of the toxicity from it, but there was like another community that I like didn't expect to go and see or be a part of when I was out a few weeks ago in Glasgow. I was out for someone's birthday, but it was I was the token. I was it wasn't Hamish's. I was the token boy in this group full of women.
all right,
And I was like, all right, okay, whatever. I'm just happy with
You're the
just to be
stripper?
there. And it wasn't a stripper. It was drag karaoke.
all right.
And I was
were
like-
were you the stripper?
Oh, was I a stripper?
Yeah,
Hey,
while you were there.
So
Why
drag,
were
drag karaoke. It was through in Glasgow, and I was like, all right, like whatever, don't mind that. And it was from going from like a positive community. See anyone that came up and they bombed on karaoke, it didn't matter how shit they were. Everyone were just like, fucking
Well
give
done.
it socks. I was like, you know what? And like the people know that they're singing, knew that they weren't great. They weren't shit. They were just like,
Yeah.
they're off their
Yeah,
tits. They're
they're-
drunk. They're
doing it
Waverley
for the-
karaoke, as we'd call it down here.
Yeah.
Oh, is it in Japan?
They're
Yeah,
doing it
yeah,
for
oh,
the,
that's in Japan.
the fun, not for like it's not
Yeah.
like a showcase of their amazing
They're
talent.
not, yeah, and they're not knocking off, and the drag queens were funny, and that I was like, yeah. I mean, like, I remember like the day after that, I'd went out to a stag do to Hatchet Harry's in Glasgow.
Is
where
he so
you're
busy?
throwing
He's
I know,
such a social
mate,
life, man.
I was like, Dom, you doing? Nah, not really.
So I did that for a stag, and the boys like, so what you up to? Tom was like, oh man, I was at a drag karaoke last night, and I just started talking while the boys went, sorry, you just see a drag karaoke, man? Yeah. He said, don't strike the type to go there. I was like, I didn't sing, I just watched a bunch of people sing.
Yeah.
So you should go there. Like, they all do the clicks and stuff like that for people that I want the clicks. No, I'll give her the clicks. And then she's like, yeah.
Right, I don't know what that means, but how was throwing an axe? That sounds fun.
So
I was man up this
Man
man.
up.
No, I just don't. You just
axe-
look like crabs or something.
yeah, the axes were like it was so hard to throw. Honestly, like it's not like, so you're so used to be like, if you're doing anything like you're throwing a punch or you're playing an instrument, you're always been told wrist needs to be solid. Lifting weights, make sure that you're not loose on the wrist,
Yeah.
because you can hurt your wrists.
It's hard
Damage
damage. Very loose wrists.
Basketball,
Loose wrists.
loose
I
wrists.
don't even know what that means.
Uh,
I like
your
those wee toys that have like drawstring hands that come off, you know.
When Hamish tries to punch, he just kind of clubs with his wrist.
folds. So
That's where all my muscles get. Popeye arms.
So it's when you're throwing axes, you need to keep everything rigid, including your wrist. So when you want to throw something, your aim is like for bowling or that. You want to flick.
Yeah.
You want to get that. If I do this, I'm going to flick. I'll get
at
more
the
power.
end, yeah.
But that doesn't help. You're going to just,
Maybe
it's not
completely
going to hit it
solid.
properly. You want the rotation to hit solid. You want to rotate 2 times than where your positioning is. If the closer you are, obviously the less rotations, the further away you are. You know, different techniques and that. And yeah, it was like we were trying to do all the trick shots and stuff, like throwing the axe from below, 2 axes, and after that we got like, we at least hit. I think we all hit the bullseye at least once each over the hour.
Nice.
We were trying to do like the tricks with the 2 axes. Like one of the boys was like, I'm going to do the crossover and try for that, and the guy's like, these axes are really sharp, so don't try this. He's like, nah man, it'll be good. He fucking did it though. He fucking managed to get him on, and we were like, that's fuck it. The guy's like, you alright? He's like, aye man, aye. I was like, did you hit your finger? He's like, aye, I did.
It seems like a very tiring night out.
Oh well, we went to a place called Meat afterwards, where it was just like a steak bar. Did really nice steak.
Trendy is Glasgow now, by the way.
It's so like, again, like,
It's a pure cliche man night as well. Let's go throw some axes and then eat some meat.
yeah, then go out and just get fucking wrecked. And it was
I
it was
like
great.
that part.
I know, it's
Yeah.
weird. Not a single text.
Not a
Yeah,
single
I
text.
didn't-
Not a single text.
It was a
Not
stag to a stag that you don't know. So
Who was it?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're that, if you're
I'll
that
add them on
steaming,
Facebook.
then like, if you're that drunk, you don't really care
Yeah.
who comes to your stag party, do you?
nah, definitely not. But yeah, it was like that's what I've been up to for the last wee while as well.
He
Gaming
doesn't want to
wise,
tell us the rest of his nights
I know,
out. I bet he's got
fucking-
fucking hunters more.
He's like, nah, guys, I didn't do much. I just went on this fucking mental night out with
I had a good time.
axes and
That's why it's been a month since the last podcast, guys. Dom's social calendar is just
it's just
packed.
packed.
me and
boys.
Hamish are like, what have you been up to?
Nothing, man.
Not a
I
single thing.
don't remember.
Hamish is like, I was sitting alone on my birthday because Dom was out.
But we have been playing some games. I know myself, Hugh, as well, with new Pokemons.
Well, not as much as I wanted to. I played an hour or two of Arceus
Mhm.
Why didn't you play more if you wanted to play more?
because I was playing Halo. Most of the time I was playing Halo and I was watching some films. So I played a little bit of Arceus. It's fun.
Yeah.
Catching a Pokemon was cool.
It looks
actually.
quite fun. Looks
I would
interesting.
say this feels like it should have been the Pokemon game we should have got 5 years ago. This should have been the way Pokemon
the
should
graphics
have
for
been
that 5
from
years
now.
ago.
Well, so the graphics I don't really have too much of a problem with. Like a lot of people are very
You don't
much
play
like
Pokemon
against
for
it.
the graphics, do you?
Yeah, you play it for the capturing or like even the story. The story, like I know, even I think maybe 5-6 hours. The story isn't going to be the greatest part of it.
No.
I mean, even like your trainer battles that you technically have, they're only like the person has one Pokemon, so it's not the same as like, it used to be like you had 6v6 because this is before all Pokedex and where trainers were like a common
Oh,
thing.
is it a prequel? Is
Yeah,
it?
Yeah, it's
so
like 1,000 years in the past or
yeah,
something like that. Pokeballs don't shrink in this.
Pokeballs never shrink.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
They shrink into teeny wee balls.
They shrink into
do they?
smaller balls.
Oh, right, okay.
Fuck's
Well,
sake,
do you know?
Hamish.
Did you know? Right.
Oh,
that-
here we go.
here
Did
we
you
go,
know?
man.
Did you know? Right.
Seeing as we just proved him wrong, he's like, oh, well,
No,
you're
here we are, boys.
Pokeballs don't shrink Pokemon. All Pokemon have an inherent power to be able to shrink down. It's the Pokemon that does it, not the Pokeballs.
They're not real, Hamish.
Well, I'm just saying that's the lore, mate.
Anyway,
I would say
I
like
thought that was quite interesting.
yeah, it is.
it is.
What I
'Cause
like.
someone asked him that question and he just made it up on the spot, didn't he? The guy who created Pokemon.
It's like that Simpsons bit with the hitting the xylophone ribs. It's like, I heard that and it was a different note. It's like, it's a magic.
A wizard did it all. Oh, hope someone got fired for that blunder.
So what were you saying, Dom?
So it was. It felt like it was a game that should have been made 5 years ago because feels like it's a more involved Pokemon game where like when the battles are happening, your avatar can move about. You can
Oh, right, okay.
basically look at the battle from different angles. The moves, from what I've seen, they actually look. The Pokemon will actually do them properly. It's not like Sword and Shield where they had like someone doing a double kick and they're using their head. You know,
Yeah.
Just
it's
a
not
generic
standard. It's just a
animation.
standard animation. This one has standard animations, but at least
They
it looks like
actually
the
fit
Pokemon can do it.
Pokemon always seemed like a low budget RPG, even
Yeah.
though it's like the highest I've said this like 5 times, the highest grossing franchise on the planet.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of Final Fantasy X. I know this is going to sound strange because they've added in
Fucking dare
two
you.
styles. No, they've added in two styles to it. They've got strong style and agile style. Where
about
you've
Harry?
got your four. Get out of here.
Or
So you
AJ.
got your you got four moves like you usually have, and then obviously it's got like its power points or its PP as you would. But you can, once you've used the move a certain amount of times, it unlocks it to make it either you can have it
You
either
can
be strong
specialise it
or
kind of thing. Right,
yeah.
okay.
But you can put that in battle whatever which way you want to. Once you unlock that, the side part of your bar comes up with like what's happening next, whose turn is it next. You go
Turn
agile
order,
mode,
yeah.
you get more chance to recover your power points, and you can sometimes get an extra hitting.
Because you're a bit faster.
Yeah, and
Kinda.
strong style is like you're going to take a bit longer to come back, and it'll take more of your power points, but it will be a much
You'll do
stronger
more
move.
damage.
And I was like, that's good to have as a tactic because
Yeah.
like when Pokemon, when you're playing that, like, you know, it's the same. You like everyone will have the same type of Pokemon, and it's
Yeah.
kind of a power of it's basically luck at the end of it. But
Yeah.
this one, it's a bit more tactical. It
I was
feels
playing, is it Brilliant Diamond?
Mm.
Or one of them that I was
Pearl,
playing that for.
Diamond and Pearl, like they've
I
actually
think
make notices to them in the game as well. Is like that's the clans, the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan, and you're like, oh, like,
I put about 10 hours into that, and like Pokemon always devolves into your opposite fucking type of Pokemon, and then their strongest attack. That's it. There's no
You're
real, there's no
literally
real
just,
strategy
you're
to
just
it.
pressing A over and over again to do the same
Yeah.
attack. You're not
Yeah.
actually thinking of it, and it's just like, right, how many times do I need to hit this thing
I
for it
played
to
a
die?
lot of RPGs, and Pokemon is the simplest.
Yeah.
Like, which is it's a children's RPG.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of the people like our age demanding that it grows up with us is missing the fucking point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It's like, why the fuck isn't Sesame Street, the wire now?
Big Bird can't keep saying why. like I've learned why. I learned why in 1993.
Why Bert and Ernie
Yes,
going
I'm
out and
struggling
getting
with
hose? And they're like, oh, right, okay, that makes sense.
But Arceus looks fun. I also like the fact there's no two versions of Arceus.
Yeah, I know, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah, it makes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's long overdue.
Yeah.
Really.
It's
And
mental.
again, I can understand people's issues with like graphics and stuff, and I'll be for one to agree with it. The graphics not being particularly good, because again they always go like, look at Oblivion back in 2006 as like a big sort of one, 2006-7. These graphics
I saw
look
the
great.
water graphics and
Yeah.
I was like, who
It
cares?
doesn't really bother me that much, but I can understand people's frustration when it's like one of the biggest games,
Yeah, they've got
one
the
of
money
the
and
biggest companies,
that's it.
in the world, and they've not got enough money to put in to make it look like, I don't know, Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
Or-
aye.
I mean, sure,
Mate,
Breath
it's
of the
still-
Wild. Breath of the Wild has different components to it, and you can always sort of like say that Breath of the Wild at the time, back in 2017, was like revolutionary. But you look back at Breath of the Wild now, it's quite similar to Arceus. It's just that
Yeah, they
Breath
obviously
of the Wild came out 5 years ago,
They looked
where
at-
this came
yeah.
out this year.
They
So
looked at Breath of the Wild and went, I'm going to steal most of that. Like
Yeah.
thanks Nintendo.
yeah, and you think like, optimization, like if they've had more time in the oven, this could have been, a bit more smooth, or nothing
it's
stops them
fine.
doing it. But it's not. That's the thing. It's. I find it's fine.
You
And
get to a
people
point
are-
where there's no real reason to polish it more because
Yeah, you
people
should
are
still-
really happy with
returns
You
it.
still
Yeah,
demand
exactly.
them to do the best they can.
Yeah.
But like when they release it and you're like, well, the water could be better as a nitpick. You're like, well, as long as the gameplay's good.
Yeah.
We always say it, as long as the gameplay's good, and then
Yeah.
as soon as the game comes out, the gameplay's good and it looks shit, and we're like,
That's
look at those
looks
fucking
Yeah.
look at that shit.
I like the fact, like, see when you throw your Pokemon out, you can actually have them in real time.
What are they,
Sitting
my
there-
parents?
You can have, you can have like your squad just all out at the one time,
That's
like
pretty cool.
just hanging out, and they'll start talking to
I'm
each
gonna
other.
have 6 Squirtles.
Aye, Squirtle Squad, mate.
Squirtle Squad. Fucking best
What is
Pokemon.
it? Arceus?
Arceus.
Arceus. What kind of Pokemon is that?
I think Arceus. Is he
He's
not the god Pokemon?
He's the
Ah,
god.
but what,
Pokemon.
does he look like a dragon or a dog?
think
He
it's
looks
the
like a
beam.
big deer,
Yeah.
doesn't
A
it?
deer.
I thought he was a big beam. I don't know,
Yeah.
like
I was hoping he was the dog because then you could call him Barcreus, but because that would be a good if you can catch him. I'm assuming you can catch him.
I ended up
I'll
getting
show you a picture of Arceus. Yeah.
I don't care. I'm just
got,
trying to make puns, mate. Like,
I got a Cyndaquil, like the wee fire type.
that's a weird looking thing in it.
Nah.
Oh, sorry, that's a picture of you, mate.
Oh. So I got
Fuck you.
I got Cyndaquil, which is a fire.
Oh, everyone
Pokemon.
loves Cyndaquil.
Everyone loves him.
You know Cyndaquil.
It sounds like a quail on fire. I don't know.
It's like a mouse.
It's the wee
I've
fire
probably-
one from Gold and Silver.
Mate, there's so many these days. I can't keep up
You
past
must
the
have gold and
151,
silver, though.
mate. It's been a long time since I properly played. Well, I played a bit of Sword.
So I picked him as like my starter.
That's your starter, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that wee guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the wee mouse one.
Yeah.
So I was like,
His wee
yeah.
happy eyes.
Oh yeah, no, I picked him as a.
So,
picked him
yeah.
as a starter. Kid?
Yeah.
So I called him Keith from after the singer of the Prodigy,
Firestarter.
because he's
Yeah.
my fire starter.
I picked that one. If you look up on
He
my
looks in
shelf,
constant pain. That one.
Crocodile.
Totodile.
Totodile. Yeah. that's right.
If you look around this games room, I've got it's all water Pokemon. I got Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Totodile,
Kratos.
Kratos.
Yoshi.
Boy.
Captain America.
Yeah. Spider-Man is on his ass up there. And you got Stitch Yoda.
Stitch Yoda's the
Stitch
best.
Yoda's awesome. Look at him.
Stoda.
It's Stoda.
Two of my favourite characters.
It's like a Scottish American. Got up your Stoda right now.
Yeah, I bought those like plushies in Japan and then got home and I was like, where the fuck am I going to put them?
Shit.
I should never have bought these.
I've also played Resident Evil 4, the HD fan-made re-release, which is crazy because you're like, isn't that game been re-released about 80 million times? And you're right, it has been. But someone has fans of the game have went in and upscaled everything to 4K and made it 60 frames solid.
Locked.
Locked as well.
Capcom's like, cheers, bro.
Aye.
Just takes it.
So
Sells
again,
it.
it was one of the games that, like, you know, fan games that RE2 was the big one where that was in production for a long time, and then Capcom came down with the lawyers and went fuck you, and a lot of people were like, we were really looking forward to that, we really wanted to see that, and then they put out that wee survey going, what games do you want to see remade?
Like, we have no ideas. Like, you want to let us know what he's
Are you interested if, like, I don't know, Resident Evil 2 came back and they're like, yes.
Can we have rival schools? No.
No, fucking only Resident Evil. And because of that, they actually brought the guys on that did that game and gave them jobs at Capcom to do that. That's why, like,
Do it
Resident
official.
Evil 2 and 3 and possibly 4 soon getting it. But Capcom were behind the guys this time that did this upscale 4K.
Nice.
It plays really well. It's scary. Like, it's weird playing it on a PC. Like, I was playing
Is
that.
it worth playing over the RE4 that's out on the all consoles now? Like, because RE4 is the whore of the games
Yeah,
industry.
if you haven't played it, I mean, like,
Do
the
you like
biggest lie that was ever given in the game industry was Resident Evil 4 exclusive to GameCube.
It was meant to be exclusive to the GameCube with the Capcom 5.
Remember,
See,
it
I've
came with the
got a
chainsaw.
couple
Was it a
of them up
chainsaw controller? Came
Yeah,
with that.
Oh, yeah,
I was
I
going
remember
to. I
that, yeah.
found that chainsaw controller on Facebook Marketplace a couple of years ago for like hardly any money, and I was just about to, like, you know, finalize this offer, and the guy that owned the game and owned it, the manager of the game station that Ross worked in, jumped in ahead of me and just bought it, and I was like, nah, you.
And then would to sell in the shop? Or
No,
for
he
himself?
probably had kept the free sale, or he just sold it on eBay.
Yeah,
But, like,
yeah.
I- like-
Probably knew the worth of it.
I'm not a huge Resident Evil fan, but it was cool.
I would say it's worth playing it if you can get it. Like,
Do you know
if
they're all
you
different?
Yeah,
The
Like,
Resident Evil games, yeah, of course they are.
The blood splashes on the
resell the same
controller.
game, like
We're all
Resident Evil
hand,
4.
we're all hand splashed.
yeah.
Oh,
I was just
that's-
ignoring it and talking over you.
How many were made?
I had no idea.
Yeah, not sure.
Because I mean, that
Thousands.
could be really impressive, or it could be shit if there was only like 3 made.
Thousands, I think.
Yeah, good couple.
Yeah.
Millions, Hamish.
Millions?
Millions.
Is it one hand that splashed
Well, they just got a
One
giant.
poor Asian guy just doing that.
them? Up your muscly arm now.
But speaking of PC ports and having good ones, I did play one that still needs a wee bit of a fix.
That was a flawless.
What a segue.
Well done.
Speaking of,
Speaking
what
of something that
I
I was the one that brought up.
I've put in the chat saying like if it was worth getting Cyberpunk for
Oh, yeah,
15. Well, I think it was £15 at the time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it
Fucking
was.
hell, yeah, it was.
Yeah, so played fine. I was like, the intro was pretty good where you got the lizard, and I was like, oh, okay. They're like, yeah, it's just sort of
You
the
need to be
mission
there, mate.
tutorial. Yeah, it's a tutorial. Sort of
I've played the start of Cyberpunk. I got to.
Well, what did you choose though? Because you get 3 different choices
No,
to
like,
start.
because
it,
I
mate.
started and then I was stealing a car.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
I
this is
was
the
I
other
was
ones.
going with some guy, and then we got betrayed or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So there's different ones. So the one that I think it was a Ravenger, I think it was called, or
Aye, it was one of the wee,
Scavenger, or
yeah, the wee outcast people
Yeah.
out the.
it's out in the
Outside
desert.
of the-
a Ravenga.
Yeah.
No, is that not how they say it?
I don't know.
So
I'm
yeah,
looking
like,
that up.
so I was like, okay, this doesn't seem so bad. I don't understand why people were saying it was terrible. And right as I was thinking that, the intro cutscene happened when they're having that. Everyone was T-posing. they were moving like that, and I was like, fuck, I wish I was recording this. This is amazing.
It's just how people move in the future, mate.
That's
you
right.
don't know. You've not been there.
I love that TikTok you put up last night. And you're like, I wish you'd just start up Cyberpunk. I wish I can go back in time. Or
Oh
I was
yeah. I wish I had a time machine.
Like, fuck this.
But again, like, doesn't feel as bad as it may have initially came out. I was a bit, I was like, it looks impressive, looks really good. I would need to maybe put more time into
Play
it
more,
before I have
yeah.
a proper say of it. But
They are like meant to be bringing out more for it, but
yeah,
a lot of
I've
people
heard the
say
patches.
too late.
Nah, it'll be a No Man's Sky kind of.
They want to do a Xbox Series and PS5 update, don't they? And it's going to take a while, and that's when you're going to get the game that you think you were going to get.
Just like we're going to
a
get
lot,
like
a lot closer to
we're
it anyway.
finally going to get Grand Theft Auto 5 on these consoles. The way it should have been played, the way it should have been played here.
And they've actually announced GTA 6 as well. But I think
Yeah.
surely that was already
They did that
been...
in the most fucking like. Look, guys, we know you want. We're working on it, but never actually said what never said GTA
No.
6. They're
Yeah.
they're making fucking Billy 2. No, they're not.
Bully was a good game.
No,
It
but
was
they're
quite
Well,
unlike.
they couldn't make Bully 2 nowadays.
I think
Everyone
they
get
started-
pissed off with it.
They should make the Warriors remastered. That's what they should make.
Oh, the
It's
worst.
fucking
Come out to
great,
play.
that game.
I was trying to think of other Rockstar games, actually.
Red Dead
Manhunt,
Revolver, they could do
Manhunt
that.
3.
What's the one? State of Emergency. State of Emergency HD collection.
Yeah.
GTA 2 remade.
GTA,
The one-
GTA 2,
One
3.
that no one played.
GTA 1 and 2. No one likes them.
I loved them. Me and my brother used to play them all the time.
I found them so disorientating.
Aye, it was a wee bit weird, yeah. But used to
Wee
like to get
beeper.
like a flamethrower and then burn all the Buddhist people.
I loved the Killing Frenzy. Killing Frenzy!
It was just it was such a weird change from 2 to 3 though.
I don't think that I think them saying that. I don't think that was. They could have just come out and said GTA 6 is in the works, but it was like 3 tweets or something, and they never mentioned Grand Theft Auto at all, did they?
Oh really? I don't know.
No, I don't remember them actually mentioning
No, they're like, we know what you want. We're working on it, and it's like they think that we want more GTA Online.
Yeah.
So the quote was, many of you have been asking about the new entry in Grand Theft Auto series. So they did say,
Fuck it, I read it.
with
wrong.
every new project, our goal is always significantly move beyond what we've previously delivered. We're pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the series is underway. I look forward to sharing more news. Blah blah. blah. So they
saying that though,
Liberty
like,
City Stories too, mate.
yeah.
for your phone.
It's like, again, after the shit show of
San Andreas
the
4K update.
Well, no, after the shit show that was the definitive trilogy, they've kind of been like, fuck, we need to say something.
Okay.
There's a show.
Stay with us.
There's a show called What Happened, it was by Mac McMuscles. So if anyone's not like seen him, he was one of the 2 best friends play guys, and he does like a proper breakdown of it, and it's crazy, like the amount of time that they gave these people to do it and how they rushed it out.
It was
because
like 25 people they gave.
Yeah.
Like 2
A team of
It just doesn't make any sense when they've got so
Ma-
many fucking
3
resources. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
But those resources are for them.
I know, but I'm just saying.
They want to
I
get
know
your
it's
money
gonna
with the least
change
amount
it,
of
but
resources.
It's just fucking stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really dumb.
But again, like, I don't know how that's been looking now. They've had a few updates.
I'm
That's
not interested in going back, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought I would be, and then I played it, and like even glitches aside, I just wasn't that bothered. I was kind of like, I've been here, I've seen this already.
Those rose tinted glasses get smashed off your face real quick when you're playing San Andreas. You're like, I thought this game was better. Like,
Oh, it wasn't even that. I'd rather experience a new game. There's very
Yeah.
few games I would go back and play
Yeah.
all through again. You know what I mean?
oh no, like San Andreas. Once you've played GTA, you've played them all. I think.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know they're like saying that the maps are bigger, the missions are different, but a lot of it is get in this car and follow this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them were.
Aye.
Especially like the first Grand Theft Auto 3.
Oh.
Like when the first one of like PlayStation 2 generation.
I bought that on the PS4 when I first got my PS4, I think, and started playing
That
it.
makes
And
sense, doesn't it?
I was just like, this is so boring.
Bought it for the PS4 when you got your PS4.
Aye,
That's
shut up.
probably the best
I
time.
thought
I wouldn't have said buy it for the PS4 when you buy your PS3.
I thought I had a better segue than that, right? But like, it just was so boring. Like, I was like, oh, there's not a lot to this now. Plus, they took the original music out,
Yeah.
which
which was a big part of it.
Aye.
Yeah. Mhm.
and like it was just blocky. And like at the time, it must have been amazing, but like, it just didn't feel good, and the shooting was terrible.
I miss being
Yeah.
able to add your own music to games. Like, I remember in the
Remember the-
Xbox.
When you got it on the Xbox and
True,
stuff.
True Crime or something. That was
Yeah,
it called?
Xbox was so
Streets
good
of
at
LA
that.
or something.
Streets
like
of
that.
LA.
And then you had like a wee
Xbox
radio
now on that.
station.
They're going to
Oh,
bring
really?
it back. They're
Oh,
going to bring it back.
Oh, they're going to do another Sleeping Dogs? I fucking love Sleeping Dogs.
That was awesome, man. Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
played Sleep.
Well, you shit, motherfucker.
You'd love it, man. You'd love it.
I would love it. Right, cool. Oh.
You get to
what's
go on
her
dates
face?
with Emma Stone.
Emma Stone, yeah.
Do you want to do that as a how we were talking about our game we're going to play for like,
Yeah, yeah.
and then we'll all talk about it.
Yeah, all
Well,
that
the-
fucking dog eyes, but fucking dog eyes.
Actually,
Sleeping Dogs,
there's
definitive edition?
there's a definitive one. Yeah, I played through it. That was one game that I was quite happy to play through again.
Yeah.
And I think I must have played it just as it came out on definitive edition because I remember getting a lot of achievements. Like almost everyone was like a rare achievement because a lot of people hadn't played it yet.
Yeah, all right.
So when was that? A couple of years ago or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it was, I think, yeah.
I'd gladly go back and dip into it again just to get a wee
We'll
refresher.
do a retro podcast on it.
Yeah.
Retro.
It was like 3 years ago.
Do you know what? It might be up there on the shelf. I don't know.
I know, Hugh, you're a huge
I know
Souls
Hugh too.
fan.
That guy there.
You're a huge Demon Souls, Dark Souls
Well,
fan.
I've got Demon Souls.
Yeah.
It's sitting up there just fucking looking at me.
If you looked at his order history, it looks like he's a big Souls fan.
Did you see Bloodborne PSX?
No.
No. So this was great. So this is a fan-made game.
Oh, is it a demake?
It's a demake of Bloodborne.
I love those.
And
man.
it kind of looks like Nightmare Creatures that was on the PlayStation 1.
Oh, what a game Nightmare Creatures was, man.
But it's
Do you
in
remember
the
Nightmare
style
Creatures?
of Bloodborne, where you got to
Don't
go
think so.
through Yharnam, where it's like, I think it is, they're taking liberties and said, this is before the first Bloodborne. So they added in a wee bit of like, this is what we think would happen, and sort of tell you the story of Yharnam before that.
Oh, right, okay.
Remakes are so
awesome.
fun, especially on the PS1, because the graphics are so distinctive.
Yeah.
Like,
Blocky.
and the fog and stuff like that. It's so good, man. It gives you that nostalgia for things that you shouldn't be nostalgic over.
Yeah.
I do like the fact though that it's given away for free. I'm sure the guy that created it put up the April Fools of Bloodborne cart, where they had like, it was like a Mario Kart Bloodborne game.
I don't know. My mum always told me never to give it away for free, but if you say so.
Don't laugh, Dom. I meant to stay quiet.
That was funny, but we've got a few. Well, we've got a few bits of news there as well with Batman. Batman Arkham Collection's coming. Another re-release of that.
What?
Yeah,
Is
Actually,
Origins coming with it this time?
So I don't think so. From what I remember reading, because I was thinking of streaming all the Batman games because it's been ages since I've played them.
Yeah.
I booted up Arkham Knight and I was like, I thought they patched this. For some reason, I was like,
Not on the PC. They actually kind of just went fuck you. Like that was their press release, I think.
No, they didn't actually say that. They just had their middle fingers up.
I think Warner Bros. Just went, oh, not fixing it on the PC. Like,
I'm out.
imagine doing that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, did you buy that? Good luck.
It's going to.
I'd play through them again. They
Yeah.
were fun games. I liked them.
Asylum City and Night looks like it's going to be.
I've never played Origins, but from what I hear, it's a good game.
It's more of the same.
Yeah, like
with added things on,
so
obviously, but you know.
it's not Rocksteady that did it though. It was another.
Yeah, it was Montreal.
Montreal.
It was a
So-
French
so, like-
Canadian team that did it.
So like, just add it.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's
Just
because
do it Halo Halo
ODST.
collection. Just put everything
Master
together.
Chief Collection.
I know. I was thinking about. I was like, who's the guy in
The
the
Halo Chief Collection.
Who's
the
that
Halo
guy?
man, the Halo man.
Doom Guy collection.
We didn't really have much. Well, you know, striking when the iron is like solid, cold, and miserable. There's been a lot of like
I love this
a lot
podcast.
of a lot of like purchases. One of the big ones, obviously, with the crazy amount of money they spent on it.
Oh,
was
Devolver bought someone, didn't they?
Microsoft, obviously, with Blizzard, Activision.
Fucking.
I can remember because I can remember when the news hit.
It was the best time for it, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about it like a month after.
No,
that.
I mean, like, it was the best time to buy it when they're
Well,
the
I
shitter.
think this is why Microsoft bought it because I think the share price tanked,
Aye, it must have. It would have.
and Bobby Kotick was like, "I am fucked." And Phil
need a way
Spencer,
out
like
here.
a week before it, was saying stuff like, "We're going to have to reevaluate our working relationship with Activision," knowing that he's going spearheading like a takeover.
Take over.
Aye.
Yeah.
I was going to say
Acquisition.
merger. I was going to say merger, but it's not a merger; it's an acquisition.
Yeah.
This is mental by Microsoft. 70 billion. I
I-
thought
I-
Bethesda was crazy. It's 7 billion.
Yeah. This is just a wee bit more.
I think that if nothing was happening through an Activision Blizzard, like if there was no controversies in that, this would have been 100 billion takeover.
It probably
don't-
wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have happened because
You don't think it would happen?
No, because the company would have been in a strong position. I think at this point Bobby Kotick looked at it and went like, I'm getting rammed out of this place. Blizzard is falling apart. The only thing we've really got going for us is Call of Duty. This is a good time to fuck this off. And Microsoft, like, we all know I don't like the fact that Disney own everything in film media now. I know, because he owns us. But Microsoft owning one of the biggest companies in gaming now, that's just going to fuck everything up. Well, not fuck everything, it changes everything. Because, like, people were at first going, Call of Duty is going to stay multi-platform. That's not what he said.
No.
He said, we are going to stick to the contracts that are already in place.
Yeah.
That means when they're finished, yous aren't getting Call of Duty.
Yeah.
It's going on Game Pass every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This Game Pass is going to be where we play games from now on.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be Netflix.
I think we've
And
been saying that for a while, though. You know,
Yeah, like
we've
you-
raved about Game Pass. Like,
Yeah.
it's a good service. I see it going up I seen it eventually going up to $14.99 a month
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
UK.
Well, I mean, you've seen like what happened. What was it? A couple of months? What was it? 6, 7 months ago, or was it maybe this time last year during the heat of the pandemic when
They wanted to put gold up.
they
Didn't
wanted
they?
to like
Gold. They should get rid of gold now.
I
Like,
think it's time to get rid of gold.
like just have one subscription. You've got an Xbox Live subscription that does Game Pass and keeps you online.
easy as.
However, like PlayStation are moving forward with their version of Game Pass. So
Yeah.
Nah, mate, this is
It's
the
just-
thing.
it's
They
too
don't have
late,
they don't
obviously,
have the
but-
infrastructure for that. Like
yeah.
Sony are a huge company, but they don't match Microsoft when it comes to technology. Like Microsoft are the server guys. They
Yeah.
are the guys that
Yeah.
have that technology.
They've been in from day one. I can remember playing the original Xbox and thinking like, wow, this is amazing. I've never seen that. Oh, you think that's amazing? Have you played Counter Strike Go? Like, whoa, what is this? And
Yeah,
they ran that like they servers were cheap and
shows you
effective
what you
at
can do with an unlimited pile of cash.
that.
Yeah.
Like the reason, like Xbox doesn't make money. It's
No.
never. I think it never has. It's actually a drain on Microsoft, but it keeps Microsoft trendy. That's what they like. They like having like their name in
Out
people's
there,
living
it's-
rooms.
it's,
I mean, like when it
Brand
comes-
recognition in it that they're paying
Aye.
for. Like.
I mean, we're looking at it as well with like, would you rather have a PC or would you rather have a Mac? And a lot of game enthusiasts would rather have a PC than a Mac.
Fucking Mac cunt over here.
I've never had a Mac in my life, mate.
How many iPhones you had?
I don't know, 6 or something.
Loser.
It's not a Mac, though, is it? How many fucking Big Macs you had?
I had a fucking chicken Big Mac last night, man.
Oh, what did you think of it?
It was pretty fucking
It's
good.
just 2 bits
Yeah.
of chicken in it.
I did-
Fuck up, man.
So we ended up.
Everyone's like
getting-
posting pictures of it, like, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, how was it?" It's like, right, think of a fucking chicken burger, and then add another one.
No,
It's
no,
just
no,
like-
No.
because it's got Big Mac sauce on it.
yeah, that's a big killer point over. I had
This
it and I
fucking
didn't really.
dick sitting there like,
Oh,
like
like-
he's too good for it.
I had it yesterday. Me and Angie did, and I was like, yeah.
Do you know what? See, after this, we're taking you to get a chicken Big Mac.
Mate, I had the McDonald's earlier on. I was.
Did you get one?
I was no.
Fucking
Nah.
idiot.
I was
Kick him off this
too
podcast.
hungover to cook anything, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get someone to do it for me. And
Oh,
Anyway, we were talking about the Microsoft. I was going to say Bungie. We'll move on to that in a bit.
yeah.
This is going to change how gaming works now.
Do you?
I see Activision games staying on Nintendo
Hmm.
and Xbox, but being blocked off from Sony unless Game Pass becomes. This is all becoming. Microsoft's got all the leverage.
yeah, holding all the cards.
Like so, like
But
Game,
you
Game
know,
Pass on PlayStation eventually.
I wouldn't see that happening. I've got a theory that if they're thinking, like, again, this could be the case of like what you would get with like what's happening currently, or what has been happening with like a lot of big businesses where they buy something when they think it's hot. Activision have always been the worst case when they have something that's good, run it into the ground. They don't give it breathing room for it. Guitar Hero, Tony Hawk.
Do you see that fucking cunt Bobby Kotick come out and he was like, I wanted to make another Guitar Hero. Like, he started naming things that fans have been asking
People
for years.
wanted
Like,
to-
you shut the fuck up, Bobby.
Yeah, you shut your whore mouth.
one of the good things that I do like
Epstein,
is
Epstein's friend.
they're talking about not having like a fucking yearly Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Yes.
It'd be a good thing.
Me and Ross were talking about this because Ross is our resident Call of Duty fucking
friend of the podcast, Ross.
yeah, friend of the podcast, Ross.
He's got a tenure in Call of Duty.
He had 888 hours in Modern Warfare, and like we wouldn't have gave up Modern Warfare, but Activision gave up on Modern Warfare. I enjoyed playing that game. If they'd have just added a new campaign,
Yeah.
like I don't mind live services if you're adding substantial amounts of content.
Yeah.
I mean, because like live service, like it's not that hard to do. Because like all you have to do is look at Blizzard and go Warcraft.
Yeah,
They've been doing that for what 20 years, 25 years now.
That's just. I don't know how long it's been, but it's been a while anyway.
Yeah.
It's
So
been a
it's
while. I really didn't mean that. Sorry.
they've got the platform already there for Call of Duty because I think everything molds into one now anyway when you install it. So you've got like
Yeah, they merged like Warzone and like Cold War and stuff like that.
yeah,
Everyone did
Cold
that.
War and Modern Warfare. Like, why don't you just make them options? Like, release an expansion pack every year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever we want to do. Like Assassin's Creed did that, where they stopped releasing every year,
Yeah.
and it's actually the best thing that's probably happened to the series.
because
Yeah.
give them a fucking break.
I mean, best thing that's happened to the series. It's a very average series, so like,
But I mean, like, it's gave them a bit of like a time away from it, so they can actually implement the new ideas and have.
But they are
time
going
with
live
it.
service.
Yeah, and they're doing their own a whole Assassin's Creed Online, ass online.
Do you know what's
It's
weird?
already in Hugh's search. But
Do you know what's the weird thing? Like,
Assassin.
I only hope this doesn't. I hope it doesn't kill off a lot of the good things that Activision maybe have under the hood that they didn't appreciate.
yeah,
Like your Spyros, your Crashes. Like Crash 4 came out and it maybe didn't sell gangbusters, right? But like it's got a group of people that will buy anything Crash
hardcore.
Bandicoot.
yeah.
It's got
Usually
potential.
around our age because we are the ones that remember the golden age.
Grew up
They'll
with it,
probably do another Crash Team Racing.
I don't see why
I'd
they
love
would
that, yeah.
stop with stuff like that. You know, like
You don't- I
it's
don't-
easy to say it from our perspective. Like, oh no, they won't, and even they won't like bully other companies, but they could if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So
Like this sounds weird because I'm very against big tech companies owning everything, but like I think
Since when?
so. I think Microsoft and Phil Spencer being in charge of Activision is better than Bobby Kotick being in charge
oh yeah,
of
100%.
Activision.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of pros to this.
Going to do a much better job, definitely.
What I hope they do is take things like Toys for Bob, that studio that did, I think they did Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 remake, and
Yeah.
they did like Crash Bandicoot, who are super talented like group, and they folded them into Warzone, and you're like, well, no, like,
Take
leave
them
them,
back.
let them do their own
let
thing.
them do thing. I'm hoping that Microsoft start like just parsing out these studios and going, right, by the way, you're now under us and you're doing this.
Keep doing what you want, but here's a wee bit more money
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah,
More
or like, you know,
resources
trying to
do it.
make, like, you know, again, because having that income, that £15, like you were saying, that ultimate pass there, that's going to be like,
Yeah.
because the amount of times that
Make us
people
a Crash Bandicoot game for
exclusive, yeah.
exclusive for Game Pass. Crash
Yeah.
Bandicoot 5 is exclusive on Game Pass. It doesn't need a huge budget because it's a platformer. It doesn't need online. It doesn't need fucking multiplayer. It doesn't need
Multiplayer
all
and
these
stuff
other
like that,
things.
Doesn't need microtransactions, but you know, we'll throw them in there for people that want to have costumes or get them unlocked early.
Yeah,
And stuff.
you can use the same engine as Crash 4. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a wild departure from 4.
I'm hoping that Phil Spencer, who everyone likes, thinks he's a great guy, good manager, whatever. I hope he works this out where actually we're getting the things that we want from these companies, and I'm hoping some of the IPs get resurrected as well.
Is there any IP that you'd think that deserves to be?
Oh, Prince of Persia, is that Activision?
That's Ubi. That's it.
Oh, well, aye, Prince of Persia.
I said that, like, that's already put the Sands of Time, and that was supposed to come out, and they
We'll go through
already
some of the
cancelled
IPs
that or shelved that, 'cause it looked
that
like shit.
Microsoft now own,
Like-
right? That I'll point out the ones that I think you should be interested
we're
in.
not
Okay.
gonna do that now.
Call of Duty.
What's that?
We already spoke about it. Candy Crush. They now own, like, I've never played Candy
I didn't know that they own
talk to
King.
50-year-old mums, mate. And then,
Yeah, I didn't know they own King. Activision.
No,
Was it?
neither did
I was
I.
like, wait, what the fuck?
No.
Diablo. They own Diablo now.
Yeah, that's
Which
going to be
was-
good to see for like, is it Diablo 4 in the
It'll be
work
on
or
PC
something?
Game Pass.
Well, 3 was...
A
Yeah.
free remastered, wasn't it? I
Free-
think
free
4's like a
mastered.
big one that they've been waiting, and it'll be like that's a big get.
DJ Hero.
I played that for like 4 minutes.
I've got that DJ set around here somewhere, and like, I think it's over there. I don't know what to do with it. No one wants it. Like, you can't trade it in because they're not interested in it. No one wants it on eBay. I'm just like having it here. I'll just play it myself.
The music for that
Some
was
of the,
great though.
Yeah, some of the tracks are really good.
Was it a Jay-Z Eminem mixture that had someone with like
Yeah.
there was like loads of wee hybrid
I'd
ones?
never
like
really understood the game that well, to be honest. I never really got the rhythm of
Well,
it.
see, you're a DJ, right?
But it doesn't spin.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You need to
get
spin
the
around the
Geometry
whole
Wars and
thing. Boring.
That's okay. That's,
Guitar Hero. They'll definitely make another Guitar Hero.
they'll do. Like, see, the problem is like they have that money. Will they pay for the licenses
But
again?
didn't they already have like, what was it, Guitar Hero
Live.
World or Live or
Yeah.
whatever it was, Live? That was like a live.
They shut that
service
down
one,
so fast.
It was
Yeah,
like
so-
they changed the way it was. They gave you 6 buttons, but it was all in the first to third fret, and it was all weird because it was 2 buttons on each part. It just didn't feel like it was
and
a
you
guitar
could just
one.
you went on to like a channel that was just playing music constantly.
Yeah,
you could, like,
you had to pay a premium to play
Yeah.
like certain ones. Like,
But
Just
are they-
give us
do
a
you think-
list of songs.
Are they going to
Yeah.
try and make something like that again, or are they going to?
You hope not.
I don't know. Like, see if Guitar Hero should be made again. As much as like, you know,
It'd be the perfect sort of live service as well.
what I would say. Do you know what I need to do? Guitar Hero VR.
Oh
There-
yes.
there
Guitar
is
Hero
Guitar Hero.
VR. Yeah,
I don't think
Beat
it's
Saber.
Guitar Hero, but no, there is an actual like Rock Band VR,
there is Rock Band. I've Guitar Hero
That's the
VR.
other
and
would be-
there's Air Guitar VR or whatever it's called. Like,
I think that'd be like a good shout to put money into that.
Do you remember Gun?
yeah,
Yeah,
You
I
remember
remember
Gun? You bought it for the 360. I watched
Yeah,
you play it. You
still
shot a
got it.
bear in the dick. That's my one overriding memory of that game. I was like, good game.
Yeah, shoot me in his dick.
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone, yeah. It's
yeah.
like a card game.
Yeah, that's fun. A lot of these ones you could be bringing to console as well and open up the market for a lot of people that would never touch those types of games.
Yeah.
Hearthstone is fun. You need to put a lot of time into it though.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like what Gwent has they're following for that. It's kind of.
Do you want that on Game Pass?
Is Gwent on Game Pass?
No, would you enjoy it in Game Pass? Would
Gun
you play
Pass?
it? Gun Pass?
Nah, I mean, like,
Like,
Have
Have you ever heard of Hexen?
yeah.
It was like a Doom style shooter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Heretic and it was hexing and stuff. I
Yeah.
fucking loved that. You could turn people into chickens.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's like a-
Fucking hell. Oh man.
King's Quest,
Oh
Is
yeah,
that a
they're
cool
quite funny.
RPG?
So
yeah,
that's
quite funny.
yeah. That was the first sort
The
of.
Lost Vikings,
Oh yeah, I loved it, man.
Yeah.
3 different Vikings. Yeah.
Overwatch.
Overwatch
I played
is
a wee
good.
bit,
It's
sorry.
massive. It's just a massive game. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's a toxic community though, man. Fuck, stay away from that.
Phantasmagoria.
Phantasmagoria.
Phantasmagoria?
Have you ever played any of them?
No, I haven't.
If you look up
How do I know that?
Phantasmagoria 2, it was like a review up on that, and it's terrible. Like it's on. Is it Gotti? What's that? Gotcha. What's it?
GOG.
Is it GOG? Yeah,
GOG,
sorry.
yeah.
Good old games.
Aye.
Is that not
GOG.
CD Projekt Red? It owns
Yeah,
that,
that's,
huh?
Yeah. So they have They had a Phantasmagoria.
I think I
sale.
might have played the first one or something.
Yeah.
I definitely
It's like a
remember
weird
that name.
psychedelic kind of click and collect.
Point
Point and click. Sorry.
We get another version of Pitfall, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Pitfall.
Police Quest.
Police Quest, they were fucking brilliant games, man.
Prototype.
Yeah,
Maybe get another
Prototype was
Prototype.
alright,
Oh, have the crossover.
Singularity.
Infamous. Oh wait, we can't now. Actually, sorry.
Skylanders, boys. New Skylanders? No.
Nah.
Space Quest. Spyro the Dragon is now a fucking Xbox property as well.
Spyro and Crash.
I know. Just fucking geese them games.
But then wasn't Spyro? No, sorry, wasn't Crash like on Xbox for a good while before as well? We had a contract with their new games as well years ago.
Mate, like by that point, Crash wasn't Crash.
Yeah, Crash
Right.
was. Yeah,
Uh,
Crash was trash.
StarCraft.
Potentially could be interesting.
That's
Again,
a very-
Game Pass, you can put
It's a
that on
popular
PC.
niche game, innit? That's like a very
Yeah.
popular niche game.
StarCraft 2, yeah.
Tenchu.
Tenchu,
Yeah.
that was fun, man. I like
I
Tenchu.
only remember the
Ninja!
PlayStation version.
Yeah, it was PlayStation. I played it on.
Yeah.
Tony Hawk's is now
Yeah.
an Xbox.
The man that
Are they
doesn't
gonna
get
do more
recognised
of
at
that?
airports, Tony Hawk, yeah.
His tweets are hilarious. Are they gonna make more though? Like
They should. I think the remake of 1 and 2 kind of said like
That
people
was-
still want it.
checking to see the interest.
New
kind of thing.
music. I love the music they selected for that, and it was.
But it just, I mean, what else can you really do with Tony Hawk's? You know what I mean? It just seems. I don't know.
Oh, you just make new tracks.
I know, but
bring new
That's not
bring new
all that
music into
exciting, is
it.
it? Like-
Bring new scales in. Do some like different modes.
I don't
Do
know
you know
if
what
that
they need?
warrants a whole new game though.
Do you know what you need? You need a volleyball mode, like they always add in Tekken tag games. You need a volleyball mode for Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
The more tricks you do before you hit the ball, the better. And what was that last one you said?
Warcraft.
So
So
You're
obviously
going to
massive,
see
yeah.
you're going to see a consoleized version of Warcraft
yeah,
at some point.
100%. I
It's-
think
There's
it's
too many buttons.
But you can just put a keyboard and mouse in
Keyboard?
your Series
Yeah, I
X.
suppose.
yeah. I mean that's like you can
So
do use
fuck you, Hamish.
you can use a wireless keyboard and mouse on the
Yeah.
Xbox, can't you? So
Yeah.
easy
Which,
as.
like, mate, I'm fucking sure some of these cunts are using the Xbox keyboard and mouse on Halo. I swear to God.
Yeah, because well, there's crossplay on, and you can't fucking turn it off. The thing with Warcraft as well is it was obviously like the RTS games as well. Like,
Yeah,
we're talking about World of Warcraft, but Warcraft was RTS
See-
games,
see,
so they
get
could
a-
always make a new one of that.
To get a win straight away from Microsoft, they just go, we're re-releasing the original version of Warcraft 3.
Yeah, not
'Cause,
the,
like-
the changed version.
I hate when companies do that. They replace the version. You're like, no, I want 2 versions of that game.
Right, see that game that you loved, we're going to change it and not give you an option to get the original. Like,
Just like you did with GTA.
yeah,
Fuck 'em. But what do you think? It's a massive change in this industry because it's two of the biggest companies just getting together, plus Bethesda. Like Microsoft went, oh, we've got no studios. Bet.
They basically it feels like they Vince McMahoned it. I'd say.
Yeah, they did what, like, everyone was like, haha, you don't have any exclusive games, and they went, right, we can either wait 5 years, develop studios, or we can just go out
and acquire them.
splash this Bill Gates dick everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
There's
that's what
big
they did.
vaccinated penis everywhere.
And then you've got Sony buying Bungie.
Sony buying Bungie,
It's pure
yeah.
revenge.
3
It's
billion.
like,
It was like, haha,
these guys used to make Halo. We're buying them.
So-
they work for us now.
So, like, with that, like, do you feel that having Bungie in their arsenal for PlayStation that's going to do any difference? Because
Not really.
Bungie are just guys that used to make Halo, and not to say that Destiny's bad. Destiny is not a bad
Destiny's
game.
huge, bro.
Destiny's 1 and 2.
It's big, but that's all they've really got going for them, innit?
That's
Yeah.
all. That's
That's
all
all
they
they
do.
I mean, that's
all they know.
That's all.
Will they get a chance to do something different? Is it all just going
Sony
to be
have said that Destiny will stay multi-platform.
So, do you think they'll make a new?
Because that's in the contract, do you think? Or
I don't know, but do you ever
Or is
think...
that a good faith
Sorry,
thing,
I'm we're
like-
interrupting you here, but like, do you think that they'll go, right, you get Destiny and we get Call of Duty? Like,
aye, yeah, use it
feels
as
like that.
leverage. Aye.
Because like when because they were together for the longest time, Bungie and Activision, obviously, and then Bungie bought themselves out of it because they were like so fucking fed up with
They did that
Activision's
way.
bullshit.
They did that with Microsoft as well.
Hmm.
They bought themselves out. They were like, Microsoft was like, make us another Halo, and they were like, no. No, you will. We own you. They're like, oh, we're buying ourselves out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give them props to that. Like they want to make their own sort of games, and you know, when you have like Halo on the decline before, like obviously Infinite came out, you know that when people are there wanting to make a game that they love, that the
There
game's
needs
going to
to be
do
passion
is going
in
to
it.
good is going to do
Yeah.
well, because you just need to look at like examples of like Anthem. If you want to have something that's just like
What a fucking-
cold, hollow, and
Aye,
it
they're
just
going to do the
not
bare
supported.
minimum to of what the studio's
Avengers,
asking them. But,
yeah, it's going to be quite minimalistic, and that's it.
Cyberpunk.
Buy
Just name Hamish's favourite games.
no, just buy those games, and we'll fix it later. And it's like, no, you need to have like the drive to actually have the interest. Why would
Yeah.
we want to sit and do this if you're going to just give up with it? A
Yeah,
couple
like,
of weeks.
See the people that paid 40, 50 quid for Anthem, man.
yeah.
Poor cunts, like just sitting there. I think I read this that the Christmas decorations are still up, like as
Aye, in the game, yeah.
yeah, like
It's wild, isn't it?
from 2019. Like,
By the time that they were going to get around to taking them down, it was already almost Christmas 2020.
because I remember saying to you, was like, I've seen it around for like $4.99. I'm going to get it in case they.
upgrade it. And
Upgrade it?
Yeah, like,
But then EA went nah, and it was like, you could at least give it a year.
yeah.
Like,
I still think like if we had played it, we probably would have had fun, but just more because we're playing a game together rather than
I think
the
the
actual game
gameplay
itself, if you
loop
know
was a
what I
bit,
mean.
little bit
Yeah.
shit.
I do think
But-
though, like that's just what game. You're always going to have fun with games when you're playing with your pals, regardless
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
game is. I think like Overcook, Gang Beasts. If you're playing stuff like that, you're always going to have a laugh when it's with your pals because you can
Yeah.
just dick them over.
Yeah.
Like we all just gang
Like
up and
Rayman.
queuing. Like Rayman. Like if
God,
you're playing
that-
Mario, 3D World and stuff, you're just like, just let everyone chuck each other off. What was that? So, Platinum Games, Hugh, I don't know if you've seen this, that they want to do more larger games, experimental games now. They're kind of...
Finish Bayonetta 3 first.
Well, no,
If
Bayo and that's finished, and any of the games that they've been doing for a while, they're all kind of done, but we want to do something different now.
See if they make the games any bigger though. They're not going to fit in the disc drive.
I want TMNT. TMNT too.
I don't like Silver Hamish. He just keeps making shit jokes.
At least when he's drunk, his jokes are a wee bit better.
You want to make the new Turtles?
Nah, not really. I kind of want them to make. I want them to go back to the Clover Studio stuff. Make me Okami 2, or make me God Hand 2, or beautiful. Make me a new Beautiful Joe.
I'd love another Beautiful Joe. I fucking love those games. Like, see when you completed the first one and you got to play as Dante all the way through the other one. It's fucking great.
Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's the Devil May
Many
Cry
other-
series.
Many other Dantes, do you know?
No, it was a joke about on the box of
Yeah.
like most of those games. You can play as Dante,
Dante
from the
from
Devil May Cry series, and everyone was like, "We know who Dante is."
So they were thinking of it won't be for a while before they'll start doing something a wee bit different. And it's nice that they want to try to do something different. You don't want to be stagnated or known as that company that just does the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
As much as I like when they did like Transformers Devastation, like that game's great.
You can't buy that anymore.
You can't buy it.
The license lapsed, so you can't buy it digitally.
Oh.
You can't even download it. if you bought. I don't think you can download it if you
It's
bought
the
it.
same with the Streets of Rage, when that happened as well. Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, and something else, they all were on digital now.
They gone now.
Yeah, they can't.
That's why digital games.
So does that
are
make the physical copies a lot more expensive?
Yes,
Quite
yeah,
rare,
100%. Aye. So I've got TMNT for the Xbox, which is another game that's got a license that lapsed, and I think it was like I bought it for like £8, and now it's like 50 or something like that. Like
Wild, isn't it?
it's just because like the only way to play it now is
Yeah.
there. Like,
Do you think when companies that are small and they're used to doing like small games that try to do something big and outlandish, do you think it's like always doomed to fail? Or
the first one's always done to fail, because they always learn the lessons and then move on for there.
Do you think
there's things you wouldn't really be able to anticipate, I suppose.
Yeah.
To be
until
fair,
you've been there.
Platinum is a big company. Like look at Metal Gear Rising. There's a lot of pressure on them. Metal Gear's a big fucking property. They smashed out of the park, didn't they?
Yeah, and then like they were
with new Metal.
Yeah, and they were supposed to make a sequel. That was in the works for ages. I think like someone had that on Twitter. It was like biggest disappointment in games. Give us like a screenshot or something, and it was like one of the first ones was Persona 5 out in 2014. And it was like, oh yeah, that's true.
But that came out 2017.
It was like 2017, 18. Yeah, it was like it was supposed to be. I think it said on PlayStation 3, and you're like,
It still came out on PlayStation 3.
Japan, I think only, didn't it?
I don't know.
I don't think it came out on PlayStation 3 over here. But yeah, Metal Gear Rising 2 it had the Rising font with a big 2 on it saying coming soon. With Kojima, that was before all the Kojima issues and stuff.
Before he was like bleeding them dry for Metal Gear Solid 5, and they went like, right, the game finishes now, and he's like, no, the game's not done. Like, look, you're getting no more money.
Yeah,
he's like,
cutting you off.
Like, how many soundtracks did you commission? 3.
Well, fuck it. Do you know what? I still like Metal Gear Solid 5. I still think that's a great game. Apart from the missed content, obviously, that the game just
finishes.
No, like there's the awkward moment,
and that's the end of the game.
The Sopranos.
Just fades, just instant black. There's a moment in the game though where you're talking to the antagonist Skullface. I mean, how good is that as a name? Like that, there's no way that you cannot be like a villain if you have the name Skullface.
I know. It's kind of like doomed him from the start, didn't it?
Yeah, there's just a moment there. Him and Venom are just like sitting across from each other. Or V, sorry.
It's like all these guys' names, like all these villains,
generic shit.
So they're sitting across. So they're talking and they're having this conversation, and then suddenly it just goes quiet, and it's just. And the music slowly comes in, and then the orchestra bit with the lassie like whoa comes in, and it's just that, and then the music stops, and then they just continue talking, and you're like, what the fuck was that? Like they stopped mid conversation because obviously that was a bit that was taken out of the game, like, or they couldn't finish.
Right, okay.
So like that was a big point. I think it was to do with one of the Metal Gears or something to do with like the kid army that was in there, the child army that the militias were training and stuff, and it's like I think it was to do with like that and the commentary on there.
It was a daydream they were both having that no one else could see.
It was just them running on the beach together.
Like, remember that time?
Where are they sitting? Are they sitting in like a restaurant or something like that? Or?
No, they're sitting in the back of a vehicle, and it's like just them talking, and then it's because like you've been captured by him, and he's like basically exposition, and then suddenly they just go silent, and it just sort of nothing happens. It's very awkward.
Well, there could have been like a way of covering it up, like if it was in a restaurant, just when like the server comes round and like cleans up your plates, you just stop talking, and then you just get back into what you were saying. Like,
I'm going to make that pause last for like 30 seconds.
Could I get the bill, please?
Now you've said that, like people will know it's
I'll
fake.
cut that bit out.
But yeah, like.
So, did we buy anyone?
Us personally?
Aye, did we buy
just in? What we acquisitioned?
I personally put a bid for 343, and Microsoft hung up.
For how much?
Because there was a help desk I phoned.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can you help me buy 343?
I tried to buy some good banner for this podcast, but
I need some more
fresh out of luck here.
I need some more fucking maps.
So that's a good conversation.
Try to segue into that.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
And then
Yeah,
maps.
I'm going to cut this.
You want to talk about maps?
I would say that's a good segue there, Hugh. Like, so Halo Infinite's player base, play rates, and that with people coming back to play it is at an all-time low. and it's not very surprising because Hugh, why is it?
Because there's nothing new added to the game.
Yeah, I think they're waiting too long on this. Like the battle pass thing that they've got.
Yeah, I smashed that battle pass out.
I don't know if they planned that. Maybe they were like wanting to get the game out for a while, but knew they wouldn't have more content for quite some time. So they thought, right, we'll make this first one last like
6 months.
A very long time. That way, during that period, we can make more stuff, and there won't be the pressure. So I'm hoping the other ones aren't as long as this, because it's like 2 battle passes a year. It is about 6 months. No, it's not. It was about 6 months, isn't it?
It was because it was 100 days last time I looked, and that was 2 weeks ago or something like that. I beat this battle pass with no real effort. And I know people were moaning about there's no progression, and then they gave us a bit too much progression. Maybe, I don't know. We're never happy.
I think it's more like when you're selling, everything feels like it's been restricted to you. So when they give you tiny wee bits of it and you get it, and you're like, "That's all I got."
Yeah, I never see when I unlocked things. A lot of the time I was like, "All right, whatever," and just kept going.
Yeah,
until I got things like the flaming helmet and the Master Chief helmet, the Mark 6.
You get a flaming helmet, you can get a cream for that, mate.
But I wish she got more stuff. But they're gonna do it. But it's not. I don't
I feel
customizing your guy's fine, right? But it's an aside. If it wasn't in the game, it wouldn't bother me.
Yeah,
it's the content and the maps.
Just put that there to get people coming back every day. But
also, I need better playlists than this.
Yeah, that was my big issue with it. That's it.
We came on the other day and I was playing with I think it was Ross and Jason. I don't know if you were playing Dom, and Hamish just came on. He just joined the party, and I was like, Jason, you're really Hamishing up the bottom of this party, because Jason was at the bottom with 1 kill and 17 deaths.
Yeah.
In my defence, right, before we start slagging me off, I'm usually very drunk when we're playing.
I've seen you play sober.
Yeah, I'm slightly better.
Slightly better. You used to be good at Halo, so what happened?
Mate, it's just sometimes I'm just a wild card. Sometimes I'm really good top of the table, and then
when
one match in 6 or something, and then I'm kind of mid range, and then I have a couple of really fucking bad ones. And it's just,
I love it.
You never know what you're gonna get.
See when I have a good match, right? I'm 17-7 or something like that, which is fairly good, right? And I look at the thing and everybody else is negative. I'm like, did I push this? They're
rub this in their faces.
What the fuck were you guys doing while I was out there killing?
When I was winning.
Aye, but when that happens to me, I'm like, fucking shut up, everybody.
I didn't get the right weapons,
So there needs to be a better playlist. There needs to be
you should be able to choose which fucking mode you want.
Ball
is life.
Griffball.
No, the skull one. The
shit.
Oddball.
Oddball capture the flag. They should be in their own playlists of game, because you've got Fiesta, which is fine. It's just you get all to get you used to every weapon.
Yeah.
Have they quick question? Have they fixed Big Team yet?
We've not really played it in a while.
Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. That's an issue as well. Big Team
what
just
I was referring to is
it
basically just the servers are really hard to connect to and create matches.
Plus, that Big Team I find is very repetitive. There's 4 game modes with 3 maps or something like that, and if you get the one that's Power Seeds, you're like,
yeah.
And then nothing happens, or I think it's capture the flag in one of those ones. It's just there's no point of playing. It's going to be a draw because no one's going to go for it.
They haven't balanced that properly yet, where the attacking team needs to actually have a bit of an advantage to make the game a bit more, because you could just fucking roll the fucking
the Hogwart.
I was going to say the Hogwart, the Warthog right onto the flag with the cannon and just fucking sit there the whole game.
There's things that they wouldn't have obviously been able to test properly until millions of people were playing it. Now hopefully they will change it.
You kiss me though, Halo 3 came out in 2007. Way much better.
I think they would know better by now.
And Master Chief Collection is still going strong.
Yeah.
It's still got a large player base, and it's got 40 different fucking maps and stuff.
Yeah, but that's over a longer time.
I was hoping they'd end up folding them together. So you can choose whether you want to play Infinite or Master Chief Collection, but they'll not do that anymore. But they just need more maps.
But Infinite's going to be their last kind of one, isn't it? And they're just going to add to it. So
more maps, better playlist.
Yeah, which it will come.
I'm just I still enjoy the game. I enjoy most of the maps. Most of them.
I feel
I feel I'm getting better but there's still some things that annoy me.
Yeah,
the melee is off.
Yeah, there's still some bullshit, and not even just like I'm saying that because I'm like annoyed. Like there's been things that I've done, and I've like I think I said
you're a moaning guy.
Oh, I moan all the time, mate. Yeah, but like I think I sent you a video. Like I'm holding the gravity hammer, and I run into a guy, and he dies before I even like swing the hammer.
The sync issues are all over the place as well. Yeah. So me and a guy will have the gravity hammer's the worst for it because there's such a delay in it actually giving damage. So like you'll be like, well I hit him with that hammer, but he's already hit you with something else, and like the whole sync thing's off.
Do you think it's to do with crossplay?
Yes, 100%. I played with a cheater. I played with a cheater the other night. I don't know if you were there.
No, I don't think
it was me and Ross.
No, I think that's when I joined after. Because I think you said
we're playing Tactical Slayer, and this guy he had wall hacks on. Like you know how you usually do that fucking thing. Oh, it's fucking cheats and hacks and all that. But this guy was ridiculous. He was 27-1, and usually there's a timing in Tactical Slayer, and you can see someone and it's like a second, and you hear the brat of the battle rifle.
Aye.
This was brat before you even got round the corner, and you were dead, and you're like, that's fucking not right.
Yeah.
And then there was a point where I had just spawned, and I was behind a pillar, and it got me, and I was like, that's wall hacks and fucking aimbot and all the other shit that you can get.
Yeah.
Then I looked at his profile, PC player, no other games played, new fucking Xbox. I was like,
it's frustrating because like those types of people that are just playing for that, they're not. I mean, what are you going to achieve from doing that? You're not going to you can't go into. Well, you're not going to go to tournaments and play people because you're obviously that bad that you have to have that. I mean, I watched the whole thing like on I think it was like a top 10 people that got banned on Twitch because of like hack stuff, and I was like, do you know what? Let's see what this looks like, because I was interested in. I remember seeing in CS:GO like the wall hacks and stuff. It was like a red box they give you with the person's up.
Yeah.
And
that's what I've seen.
It's a big problem everywhere. Like COD's really bad for it.
Yeah, Warzone's meant to be like fucking terrible for it. And
any game that you can play on the PC is going to have it.
I've been watching the compilations of the cheaters caught on stream.
Yeah, that's like I was watching too.
It's fucking mental, mate. Sometimes like the stream will kind of fuck up, and you know how your screen capture kind of moves. It kind of overlaps his other screen, and you can see the map, and it's got red lines where like everyone is. And I was like, well, if you know where everyone is, you're obviously going to fucking win.
Yeah.
But then like, I'm brilliant, I'm amazing at this, and it's like, but then like that just shows that you have no personality or any talent whatsoever, that you have to cheat to win.
Yeah,
there was one that was a guy that managed to shoot somebody without even clicking his mouse, and that's when people started noticing back in the plays and stuff.
There's people who will also stream over other people's footage. I've went down that rabbit hole, and there's a guy on YouTube who's amazing at Halo 3. Like, just uses a sniper rifle as though it's a fucking pistol, and just he keeps getting overkills and Kilimanjaros and whatever. And this guy is just like pretending to play over it, and
so
he's
weird,
like, the guy does like this weird kind of glitchy jump to get up somewhere, like with the grenades and stuff, which you have to be concentrating on and clicking. And he sees it, like he like points out, like he's not even looking at the screen at that time. He's like checking the comments, and you're like, no,
are you able to do that in this at the same time?
Why? Like for a wee bit of like stream fame? Is that what you want?
Yeah, a wee bit of like
just be shit.
Not even
to just be shit.
Yeah, not even on like the streaming side of things, but see any game that I've like properly cheated at, I just lose interest.
I had a pal that did that a lot. See, like Game Genies and stuff like that back in the day, for any sort of one, like PlayStation, Game Boys and all that as well.
Yeah.
You just like, it was good to see if you wanted to get like Mew or like sort of hidden things in that. It was great. But I remember him sitting playing Bloody Roar. Like they did like a, I think it was it Bloody Roar? No, what was the Sega one?
Alter Beast.
Alter Beast. Sorry, they did a PlayStation 2.
I had that game.
Oh man, it was bad. Oh,
like that was an awful game.
So it was so we booted it up and he just put all the cheats on, and this was the first time playing. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I want to play the game. He's like, but you've just put on all these cheats, why do you want to play? Oh no, it'll be too hard. But it found out later that it was just because he sucked at games. He just didn't want to put any
Yeah,
effort
we all
into it.
suck at games, man. Like,
And I'm like, but then how are you going to get any better if you're just going to, be invincible? And it's like that's not fun. But to him, it's like I'm not going to go and competitively play. So this is just for me to.
I mean, I can get the whole like I want to see the game. I won't be able to get past it if I don't do this. That's one thing.
Hence, that's why easy mode and like below easy are like
Yeah.
good for people that want to do
yeah,
that.
I've
And I'm
played
all
games
about
on
that.
easy mode when I'm like, I don't have a lot of time. I just want to beat this game. And
Want to see the story?
And
Yeah.
move on to the next one. I'm not actually that interested in getting good at this shooter.
Yeah.
Whatever shooter story it
That
is.
is a pure common thing now as well. Like games will put in a mode like you were just mentioning.
Yeah,
Don,
passive
like
mode, yeah.
like a kind of like a story mode, basically.
A lot of RPGs are doing it now because they're like, do you want to grind for 40 hours?
As well,
No.
I mean, like if you worked on a game and people gave up after a couple hours because it was too hard, you'd be like, I fucking worked.
Then your name would
so
be
much
From
fun.
Software.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, the cheats in Halo are pretty rife now. I've seen a few where you're like, nah, that's off. That's wrong.
I don't get why, even from the start, they locked you into crossplay.
I think they're consolidating a player base.
I know, but like, it's not like there's not going to be enough people on the Xbox or the PC if they separate
Oh,
them.
100%. I think they are
aye.
going to probably separate them soon. I
I
think
think
it'll
they
be
said
a case.
after this Game Pass, this Battle Pass,
Yeah.
then they'll split. Like, I'm giving it until this Battle Pass, and I'm going to see what they add to the campaign, because there's a Loke story coming, because Loke's armor was on one of the Spartan killers. So, like, what happened there? Like, is Loke dead? Like, what's
Just
happening with
naked
the
running
weapon?
about somewhere?
Is he fucking... they're adding the co-op, which we're all going to try and beat legendary.
Yeah.
We're just going to roll up and 4 scorpions to every fucking to that wee grunt. You know, the wee grunt that's like the leader. Just roll up with 4 scorpions, just fuck them up. I think they're going to add more maps. They did say that,
Yeah.
and then more customization options, obviously, because everyone loves their fucking customization.
But that moment when this Battle Pass finishes, that's what's going to really decide the future
Yeah.
of the game. It's going
I
to make or
think so.
break it. Like if they don't add enough things, or if they try and kind of
Like-
backpedal on what they've said and be like, oh no, we said we're adding those, but it won't be now. It'll be at the end of this one. Then a lot of people are going to be like, nah,
Nope.
fuck this, man.
Fuck
So,
us, go back to COD, go and do
Is the
something
Battle
else.
Pass 3 months? The next one?
I don't know.
Or they got to do it yearly?
No idea. I hope that they're not as long as this, but I don't know. I don't know if they've even said.
To be fair,
mean, 'cause if it's
we've
kinda
played
like-
a lot. I've played over 130 hours or something this
Oh,
game
really?
already. Aye. So like, all my moans are coming from a guy who's fucking played it to death. I've still not got all my achievements that I fucking fairly unlocked, like
Yeah,
campaign
that's right.
ones.
I suppose that's the difficult part for them. Like, there's so many people these days that don't have the time to put into. They maybe get like an hour every few nights after work
Yeah.
and family, so they don't
Not
want to
us
obviously.
losers.
Yeah, I mean, then again, they might want that because they might want people to be like, oh fuck, I'll need to buy some boosts, I'll need to buy some levels. They
Yeah.
want, but they don't want to make it too far. So it must be quite difficult to be fair on them. Like,
We're reserving judgment. We love the game, but we still reserving judgment.
yeah,
I think so. I mean, like, I've
If you
enjoyed
paid,
the times.
if you paid a lot, if you paid 50 or
Yeah.
60 for this, you'd be a bit angry.
yeah. That's another good thing about Game Pass. But
Yeah. Can't be that mad at it. Can't be mad. Yeah, so I think that's basically us. I did put up a series of questions for today for the recording. We got 2 responses. I know it was a bit late when we put it up because I should have put it up earlier. When
I
we
didn't
were
even notice
recording.
it was up, to be honest.
Yeah,
Was
I only
it-
put it up maybe like at about half
See,
an hour
this-
into this podcast.
One of them is Hamish talking about how great he is at podcasting.
At Hamish89.
Docs and Hamish.
One's one's from iMabel, who's always putting questions on
Number
this.
one
question.
fan.
Yeah.
What did we think of Pokemon Arceus? So we've already sort of said that earlier on.
I liked
Mabel.
it. I just need to put a lot more time into it.
Liked it. I get the reasons why people weren't too keen on it with the graphics, but I still enjoyed it. I mean, when you can have like your Cyndaquil and Psyduck beside each other and they talk to each other, that's fucking quality. That's 10 out of 10 right there.
Psyduck is like everyone's favourite.
Psyduck's a
Psyduck's
fucking
awesome.
big boy in that, man. He's got a big fucking head. I'll relate to that.
Big fucking fish.
And Kelsey, she's put up a favourite game of 2022 so far. So I guess that's
Fuck.
Halo.
So it's got the Halo, yeah, Halo Infinite. Yeah.
Like released in 2022.
Oh, not just in so far.
That
In
you've-
20
Oh, so far. It's got to be Halo,
Yeah.
but like Horizons are coming.
Mhm.
Horizon is a
It's
coming.
not out yet.
It's a coming
It's a
though.
coming.
Yeah, but you
though.
haven't played it.
It's a coming,
I,
Hamish.
I did also play that. What's it called? The Artful Escape or something like that.
Oh, did you like
yeah.
that? Oh, fuck,
That was good. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That
pretty
was-
cool.
Again,
Very
that,
unique game.
yeah. Again, it wasn't like a hard game because it's just you sit and just
Press
chill
buttons
doing
and
it.
even if you get it wrong, it's basically just you've got
Simon says.
yeah, aye, basically. So
That was again one of the
It's
games I said that you
psychedelic,
should
man.
stream, man, because it's chill. You don't need to really worry about anything. And the music's fucking amazing.
What are you trying to say?
Carl Weathers is in it.
Yeah,
Apollo?
yeah,
Yeah. He's-
Apollo Creed?
Yeah.
and he's not dead. No easy way out.
That's like in
It's not even that long as well. You can get it done in
Yeah.
like.
You guys
Couple
are
of
like
hours.
trying to sell this
I'm
game
just
to me.
saying it's.
It's
you
a
know,
great game. Honestly, it is great.
I'm not saying for you streaming it. I'm just saying it's.
You, my brain's down there. Tell me fuck off. You're not playing it.
I'm not suggesting that you play it. I'm saying that's
Well, I will
why one of the reasons I was able to finish it. You know what I mean? Because I think that's the only game that I've played and finished.
Mm.
2020 you. That's what
2020 me?
this-
2020
Aye.
me.
2022 has been a bad start to the year, innit? Gaming wise. There's not been a lot of releases.
We're still in.
We're still
we're
in
not in
January.
January.
yeah.
We're in
February.
February.
Fucking
End of January,
7th
start
of
February.
February.
Alright, well, I drink away a lot of my days, alright. I've only had like 6
How many days
sober
you had that first fucking year?
I was going to say how many days sober, but
For me, like jumping in Minecraft, like that's been refreshing. Saints Row 4, me and Andrew have been playing that, and you forget how great the Saints Row games are.
yeah.
She was playing through SSX as well, like the.
Tricky.
Snowboarding.
It's tricky,
And
tricky,
it's-
tricky.
And I've, like, again, it's great seeing those games. But yeah, like early days, I'm trying to, like maybe
Beat Saber. Beat Saber mostly, aye.
Pokemon, playing some more Smash with that. That was great. And sorry, Hamish. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition.
At least it's
So-
not 5 again.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 3 is good, man.
So see on the Switch, it's the only version that's got the new mode in it. So
Weird.
it's the
How much you pay for
optimal.
that?
Hmm?
How much you pay for that?
Absolutely so much money.
Zero.
But see, when you can switch between the styles, it just makes the game so much fun.
Switch between them.
You can tell this is near the end of the podcast.
Yeah, I've been tired for the whole thing.
So what are we looking forward to for the next couple of weeks, boys?
Horizon
Hugh,
Zero, not Zero Dawn, because that came out in 2017. Horizon Forbidden West.
Forbidden West do.
Yeah, and playing more Pokemon Arceus, so I can actually give a proper opinion on it.
Hamish, what about yourself, man?
I can't really think of any games that are coming out soon. Like,
Like February's got loads. Elden Ring's out this month as well.
Elden Ring. I may actually pick up Elden Ring. Nah, I don't know if I will actually, because I'll just fucking get fed up with it. It's my friend Sinead's birthday next week. We're going out for that, so that's what I'm looking forward to.
Happy birthday to
Your two
Sinead.
friends, Sinead's birthdays this week.
Yeah, but it's like my Sinead, not your
You,
Sinead. Yeah.
Giona, right?
Go with you, Dom.
I get cut that with it. I'm just getting.
You leave that in.
I'm just getting the games released so you can actually like
I don't care.
decide if you want one. Sifu,
That's always about. I
Dying
was
Light
about to say
2.
Sifu is the one I want to play.
Horizon, Elden Ring, Sifu, Crossfire X. Crossfire, is that finally coming?
I don't know. You're the one reading it out to me, man.
What did you also before that? What about Windjammers 2?
That's already out.
Oh,
like,
that's
that,
a lot.
That one came out recently.
I'm so bad at that game, but it's so fun, man.
Like my brother and I used to play the first one all the
Uh-huh.
time. We used to get the ferry over to Rothsay because we got family over there, and that was one of the arcade games that they had in the cabinet.
Yeah.
So we basically just spent like the whole time playing that. And so like it's obviously been a while, but I know what Windjammers is, and I know playing it and stuff like that.
yeah.
And I went on, and fair enough, I had a few drinks at the time I went on, but fuck me, yeah, suck at it. It's so difficult, man. Windjammers too.
Right, I'm going to go. Like, there's a lot of games out this
I
month.
don't
Life is
care.
Strange Remastered Collection's out this month. It's
Yeah.
already out. It's out in the first.
Boring.
Dying Light 2, Ollie World.
Dying Light 2, that could be fun.
Yeah, well, I've been playing that Dying Light for a wee bit, like the original, because I was
Yeah.
like, I'm sure I played that ages ago, and I was playing. I was like, yeah, first person with the zombies, it's pretty fun.
Rumbleverse.
Rumbleverse.
Yeah, Sifu, Crossfire X is out the
Yep.
10th. Edge of Eternity.
Nah.
Sounds like an RPG, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Edge of Eternity.
Out there, Oceans of Time, Lost Ark, Dynasty Warriors 9, Empires.
Yep, no, don't touch any Dynasty.
King of Fighters 15's out this month.
Hmm?
I might give that a go.
Because like Terry Bogard's in it, my boy.
Total,
It's like, come on.
Total War Warhammer 3, Horizon Forbidden West, Destiny 2: The Witch Queen.
That's the
That
Lich
sound-
King. You're thinking Lich King that was in Warcraft.
That's
That's why I've seen his call stories.
I was like,
that sounds familiar. Lich King.
it sounds Ghosts.
Ghosts.
Elden Ring, Grid Legends, Evil Dead, the game,
Mm.
Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster on the PC. I'm like struggling waiting for them to come to a console. I might just download them on my laptop and play them. Shredders and Unbound Worlds Apart are out in February. Now, Hamish,
There's Horizon and there's
you're a very,
Elden Ring. Right?
you're a very
What's that?
surface level gamer.
The fuck does that mean?
You like your Assassin's Creeds and your Call of Duties and your very, you
You
walk
play
into
Call of Duty more than I did,
Asda and you just look at number 1 on the list and you're like, I played that one.
I think you played more Call of Duty than I did, mate.
No, I just wanted to hit you with some slander.
I don't mind if it's good or if it's funny.
I
but
know.
that's shite.
You don't. I'm just saying, you don't play a lot of independent games.
Like the Artful Escape that I just finished.
Oh, that's not independent.
How is it not?
It's Carl Weathers, isn't it? How's that independent? No, any of them interest you, mate? Any of them? Sifa's maybe really fun, but you don't have a PS5, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Do you? Oh, alright,
Yeah,
cool.
had it for
cool.
ages, eh?
Like, we had that whole thing we were going to steal it. Remember, like when he had it ordered.
Oh, man, I don't remember anything ever.
I see. It looks great. Pre-order. If you pre-ordered it, you actually get to play it right now. Early access.
Really?
Oh,
What's Sifu?
Sifa is a kung fu game where Dom, you explain it a bit on this.
It's like you try to avoid getting hit, and if you get hit, you get older. It feels
Oh,
like
that
it's
one,
like,
yeah, that does
Yeah.
look cool actually, yeah.
So I think that's the concept. That's what the concept looks like, and I don't know if that's what the gameplay is. It does look like that. Anytime the guy got hit, the age came up. So I was
Yeah, I think it was like a wee Facebook advert or something like that, but I did see it. That did look quite interesting actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Age
So-
of Eternity is a role-playing game
there we
with
go.
anime characters.
Edge of Eternity, is it?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna have a look
But
at
yeah, looking forward for Horizon. Hugh, I know that you really want to stream it.
Do
because-
you? Are we?
we're having him for this because I
We're
even
having
said
it.
like we'll have because I was or get Jason to buy it because he fucking knows I came out
Mate,
with.
he was talking to me the other night, and he's like, "Oh, are you going to get this game?" I'm like, "No, I'm not." Like
you, man.
you can get this game. Well, I want to stream it. I also want to talk about it at length, so it might have its own podcast. If
Yeah.
you're going to play it, I'll play it.
Yeah.
You know, he just doesn't know why to play it. So
I played the first one.
He actually
all the
did,
way
like,
through.
Nah.
I
got bored.
I was actually speaking to Lomax about it, like with Horizon, like because he was like with the opinion that I had with it. I said like it was, the story was great. The only issue I had with it was like it didn't have immersion like Zelda Breath of the Wild did.
All right, okay.
And it's very hard to do that, but they both came out at the same time,
Just
and I was like, and I love Zelda, and I
I
was
mean,
like maybe.
it wasn't better than the best game ever made.
But no, it's
Some high
unfair. But the
standards.
thing is, it's very unfair to compare the both of them because they're similar, but none like
They're
completely
nothing. They're
different.
nothing
Not the
alike.
same,
Nothing
yeah.
alike.
Yeah.
No,
They're both open world, but they both treat open worlds completely differently.
Yeah, one's more focus driven on a plot, where the other one is basically save the princess, like you've always done for the last fucking 30 years.
And then Horizon, you are the princess.
Yeah, and you feel good.
Amish is like, I missed that bit of the game.
But the aspects of it,
a
and
lot of it I
stuff
saw
like
Dom play as well.
that.
Yeah, mate.
Like the AI, like the whole thing with like Gaia and stuff like that's great.
Lance
That's like,
Reddick's in it.
I know.
yeah, it's like
He's a bad guy now.
He's always a bad guy.
I know.
Do you
His
see,
voice,
do you
man.
see Trinity's in the one as well?
Gary Moss?
Yeah.
Is she? Oh, I don't know.
I was like,
I've
ooh.
tried to avoid a lot of the trailers and stuff because I want to kind of go into it fresh.
She turns around to the camera and goes, like, "That Matrix wasn't that good, Hugh." And I was like, "I fucking knew it."
If you
I
want to
hate
go
that
into
name.
if you want to go into it fresh, maybe have a shower once in a while, mate.
I'm cutting that out.
These are singers, mate. You need to keep them in.
Nah.
Keep people coming back.
People are
People
gonna
will
be like,
come back for this.
people are going to be like, Hamish said hardly anything.
Oh,
It's like, hi, I'm Hamish. What you up to? Nothing. And then just like,
silence.
Hey guys, see you later. See you next
and then
time.
you hear any times off. So that's us for this podcast, lads. My name's Dom, and that's a goodbye from Hugh.
bye, guys.
That's a goodbye from Hamish.
Bye everyone. Thanks for listening.
See you all next time, guys.
We don't see anybody.
That's true, actually. We're not allowed to see anybody. You're on that register as well, so.
And my name's Dom.
My name's Dom.
Like,
Try to change it up, mate. Try to change it
like
up.
they got through 2 hours and was like, who the fuck's that guy?
Plot twist is Dom.
Stop and delete.
Oh, so